What's up? We live. We back at it again for the daily live stream. I'm tired. But we're back. We got Tainan. We got Daisy Fresh. We're gonna be watching Daisy Fresh. Probably this week. We're gonna watch the flograppling Daisy Fresh documentary. I guess that's the best way to put it. Oh yeah, we good. Audio sounds pretty good. We're gonna see. Big question: where does all the Tainan's money come from? Somebody said PPP loans, but I don't know. What do I know? Just a random dude on the internet, apparently. So yeah, we're back. We got the Maryland Streamathon. If you guys want to support that, go ahead. If you don't, go ahead. Who cares? It's gonna be a good time though. It's gonna be IRL in real life, so we're still working on that. And that's basically it. And then that's gonna be the first half of the year. Second half of the year, Houston. So hopefully we survive both of those and keep the live stream going. So that's basically it, man. We'll get into it. Balea, what's up? He said, what's 2 + 3? You guys know what the answer is. Hopefully. Some of you guys can't do mathematics, but that's not my problem. Shout out to Carol and Jer Bear. They're traveling. Be safe. Hopefully they made it to their destination. And that's basically it, man. We'll get into it. Where's that little snap at? I need his update. LL Snap's in the update. We keeping him accountable. Send an update for me, brother. Just so we know you're safe. That's it. Usually the format, we just go over random stuff first. Let me warm my voice up, get some energy, and then today's going to be more chill. We got a little bit of YouTube content, or actually a lot of YouTube content, some Reddit, and I think that'll be it for today. And possibly watch party on Saturday. We'll see. I don't want to stay up that late for you guys. I'm sorry. Because people jump on the live stream. Where's the stream at? Where's the illegal stream at? Like, I don't know. Why aren't you showing the videos? I can't do that. They be wanting me to break the law. Awesome. My man he commuting, bro. Shout out to you guys. I know it's cold over there in New York. Or York. Oh, York as in Europe, York? UK, York? Well, I'm not sure how cold it is over there. But stay warm, brother. So yeah, let's see what's going on with whatever is in the news. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. UK? Okay. All I know about UK is Crystal Palace. That's all I ever did. He got some fish and chips. It's freezing. Stay warm, man.
Beat by a girl. Not just any girl. This girl's a world champion. Hey, sorry, I want to ask you a question. Do you love what you do?
I love what I do, yeah.
And what do you do for work?
I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a full-time professional.
Can I come to work with you?
100% dude, it's just sign up there, let's go.
Are you serious? I don't know what I'm getting myself in.
Margot, why are you hanging out with random dudes? Margot a bad boy. Margot a bad boy. Bad girl. Well, let's not assume her gender. Margot, what you doing with these random dudes, though? Come on, Margot. Does Joseph Chin have to pay Margot? Because they kind of bit her name, right? The Nomadic Gym. What isn't that Joseph Chin's? Isn't that the name of his school? They bit her name off. Nomadic Margot was around before Nomadic Gym. They got to pay some royalties to her.
She took me to her training grounds, Temple Jiu-Jitsu.
You wanna come around?
Why did I say, let's go? I didn't think I was going to be fighting today. But when she handed me the gi, I knew I was in deep shit. She's used to folding guys like me up like pretzels. But I'm not giving up that easily. What makes you happy?
He got the Gen Z jeans on.
No, I'm actually gonna be asleep in about 5 seconds.
She's got dedication and such a good mindset. What's one thing you want to tell the world?
It's really cheesy, but you have to follow your heart. If you follow your heart, everything will truly come. And let my life be an example of that.
Watch the full interview on YouTube. Bye.
Oh, I might check that out. We'll see.
I just got...
Shout out to Margot. Haven't had the chance to meet her yet, but I know of her through other people. So, yeah, a small world in this sport. Unfortunately, it's too small because we know too much about each other. So that does kind of suck a little bit, to be honest. And of course, you got people, you got regular people interacting with you too, a little too closely. This sport is cooked. That's why I do judo. We do judo over here.
I tell parents all the time, would you take your 10-year-old and hit him upside the head 300 times as he was on his way out the door to go to school? Then why the hell do you allow the Wall Street guy or whoever the hell the guy that got the money that now, coaches the team on Saturday to do that to your child? Are you kidding me? Let's get him in the chess clubs, swimming. You know why there's only one Tiger Woods? Because Earl Woods took his damn kid to the damn golf course. You know why there's only one Venus and Serena? Because Richard Williams took them two damn girls to the tennis court. There's money, plenty of it. We don't expose our children to it because we're so centralized with football and basketball. We've left baseball alone to the Latinos. And we got a black player with David Ortiz in Boston. I'm like, there's no brother's name Ortiz. The hell out of here.
Right. Hey, man, Warren Sapp has a great point, man. I totally agree. Kids should not be playing year-round football 365 days a year. And, it makes no sense. Who wants to get in a car crash that much? It's just like putting your kid play tackle football year-round. Pros don't even do it for one. So why should a 10, 9, 8, whatever, 12-year-old kid do that, right? So you're basically putting your kid in a car crash every day, running into a wall. So no need to do that, man. Expose them to other sports and other things. Like he said, it's only one Tiger Woods because a lot of people didn't go play golf. Only one Venus Serena because a lot of people didn't go play tennis. So let's mix it up, man. No need to do, tackle football year round, parents. Let's be smart with this. Let the kids have fun. After the season over with, put them in something else. Expose them to different things. That's going to only help them out in the long run. Peace out. Multiple sports.
Dance Hard Die said it's cold in Florida. Hey, well, because you guys be wearing flip-flops and shorts when it's cold. Patrick, what's up? He says, have you gotten to Tainan? No, we have not gotten to Tainan. We just started. The show is 3 hours. You think I'm going to talk about Tainan in the first 10 minutes? Probably not the best way to run a show. That's like putting the end of the movie at the beginning. Well, sometimes you can do that. But not in this live stream. We take our time. Let me warm my voice up. Yeah, we just started. I know you want to see where I want to see where he gets his money too. Jiu-jitsu is crazy. You got some rich jiu-jitsu people. You got some poor. Even that black belt, you got the poor. I'm in the poor black belt section. You got the rich black belts over there driving Porsches. I'm over here. I'm over here eating apples. That's lunch right here. We'll get to it. Don't worry. And you know what? You can always replay the video, or sometimes I'll make a shortcut of it. It's all good. You do wear. See, look, yeah. You guys listen. It'll warm up. Give it a couple hours. It'll be warm. It'll be about 60 to 70 degrees in a couple hours in Florida. It'd be cold in the morning. You guys, I used to live in Florida. It'd be cold in the morning, and then it'd be warm in the afternoon, depending on where you are. 73 in Phoenix, my man set. East Coast is cold. He in the desert over there, bro.
And probably will be for life.
40 degrees, yeah, that is a little chilly. I'm not gonna lie. Well, you're not used to that cold. That cold do get you. Who is this guy? Everybody's got a school at this point. Good luck to you, brother. Does anybody else feel like jiu-jitsu is becoming oversaturated? Like, I feel like, I'm not saying this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe I should know. I don't know everybody. But it feels like there's a school, like where I train, there's about 5 different schools in the area. They be opening up, some places be opening up multiple schools. I just wonder, it reminds me of yoga. Remember when yoga was on every street and CrossFit was on every street? Like a fad, basically. So we all know what happens with the fads, unfortunately. You get that peak, and then it's going to bottom out, and then something else takes over.
And over on the mat, Hawaii's Tashaya Alo is preparing for a career milestone as the former wrestling, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion will make her one championship debut on Friday night in Bangkok, as the Kamehameha graduate will face off with top-ranked teen phenom Helena Cravar in a highly anticipated bantamweight submission grappling showdown. The former Team USA wrestler with her eyes locked on taking down her latest chase for championship gold.
I'm still floating right now, to be honest. I didn't really want to believe it when I first got the offer, and I was super excited, but it didn't even sink in when I signed the contract. It's like kind of sinking in right now how serious it's getting, because the fight's getting really close. I wish the match was tomorrow, because like that's how ready I am. I'm just so excited. This is really big for me, so.
Yeah, and with everything you've accomplished in your career, how has that prepared you for this moment?
I would be nothing without my wrestling or judo. That saved me. So being able to have multiple wrestling and judo national titles underneath my belt coming into this fight is going to help me a lot. I feel really confident in my jiu-jitsu game all around, but I will always obviously rely on my wrestling and judo. My ultimate goal in anything I do, from knitting to gardening, is just to be the best at it. So I want to be the best in the world for jiu-jitsu. That's my goal. And I feel like I am on the right path because I will be challenging the best in the world right now. God gave me this opportunity early for a reason. So I'm just going to prove it on the mat.
Alo, who trains alongside her sister Tanaya at Honolulu's Island Jiu-Jitsu, will make her one championship debut on Friday. The fight night card will be available on Prime Video at 4 p.m. Hawaii time. For more coverage, click the sports tab on our website, khon2.com.
What'd you guys say? Yeah, jiu-jitsu's getting oversaturated, techniques getting butchered. We talk about this a lot, but I just, we go on Reddit, people are like, oh, well, can I get my black belt if I don't roll? Or, yeah, if I don't roll, if I don't compete. So unfortunately, I don't have very, very high opinion of jiu-jitsu in the future. It's going to be, well, I'll be retired by that point. But, next 5 to 10 years, jiu-jitsu is going to go the way of karate and taekwondo. Remember when those were serious martial arts, and then now they're kind of a joke? Unfortunately, jiu-jitsu is becoming like that. Look at Moneyberg, and there's going to be more Moneybergs out here. And the only way to stop that, well, yeah, let's not get into that. 4 schools, and give it some more time. Europe, especially UK, is developing. 5 to 10 years, you're gonna have people. You're gonna have some blue belts, purple belts, and brown belts that want to open up their own little academy. So, give it some time. Quantum. Patrick says 4 schools near Megaton. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about Megaton. I mean, honestly, why do you need so many schools in one area? I mean, people can't just work together. Megaton been there forever. Just go train at Megatons. Oh, you don't like Megaton? You're gonna start your own program. Oh, you didn't get promoted fast enough. You're gonna start your own thing. People in this sport are crazy, bro. And I don't know what else to say. My little live stream, we can't do that. This sport is so niche, but it's big but small at the same time, if that makes any sense. And talking about this girl, there's no way she's gonna beat Helena. She never beat Helena before. She's had matches with Helena. Helena, this is a submission grappling tournament match. How's she gonna beat her with wrestling and judo? Helena gonna leg lock her. So good luck to her. I don't know, man. Why are you going out there? She don't got the skill set to beat Helena. The only person that could beat Helena is going to have to be somebody from Gi. It's going to have to be someone like Cassia Mora, Sarah Gava. It's going to have to be somebody from Gi going into no-gi with good passing and pressure. These no-gi girls can't beat her. If you're a pure no-gi, she did judo, wrestling. If you're a pure no-gi girl, you can't beat Helena. You can't beat her. Now, if you Cassia Mora, Helena was ducking Cassia Mora now. She had to duck her. And to be honest, I would have to duck Cassie Amora too. Have you seen Cassie Amora? That girl, that's a real girl right there. And Gabrielle can't defend leg locks though. That was the biggest upset of last year, Gabrielle, bro. It says Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery reach amended $72 billion all-cash deal for studios, streaming business. All right, so I guess Netflix put the money up. All righty. ICE agents. Somebody said they're gonna bring the ICE agents to IBJJF. Now I can win my division.
Yeah, brand new product. Yeah, I'm trying to get that. Yeah, I'm trying to get that. Yeah.
I don't know who's that. Who is that over there? Can't play all this music. Who's that though?
Yeah, brand new product. Yeah, I'm trying to get that. Yeah.
You guys know. Where's the Goon Squad? Danny Choppa, are you there?
Hero of the good old days, a thing of beauty. 50-50 with the same side grip on a hand, not doing nothing.
Yep.
Safety guaranteed. I miss these days right here, man. Grab a grip in the back of the pants and just teeter-totter with a nigga. The aggressive guys, you know, they would go for leg drags and bolos. Me, I just went for nut to butt. Don't bother me, man. This is when shit went wrong. I remember this day, man. I thought IBJJF would keep us away from this, but they folded. And the rest is history. Now, this is something that happens in match rooms regularly. Look at this nigga foot, son. Look at the way this nigga foot look right here. When the fuck did that become a facet of jiu-jitsu? That sort of flexibility. My motherfucking whatever the fuck. What's under this? Ulnar radius? No, that's the arms. What's under? What's the one? The femur and tibula?
Yeah, tibula.
The femur and tibula. No, not the femur and tibula. The tibula and the
Fibula. Nah,
fibula.
I know what I'm talking about.
The tibia and the fibula. That's what it is. I'm gonna keep this in there just so y'all know how stupid I am. I'm just saying. Back when I was doing shit, them motherfuckers ain't have to ever move independently of my knee. Now, that's something that I need to work on because I gotta be scared. Nigga, I'm sticking to gi, man. Don't never ask me to roll no gi. None of you niggas. Get the fuck out my face. This right here.
It's pretty true. That's when I was coming up. We could not figure out that 50-50, bro. That 50-50 was that new technology. I mean, Ryan Hall was doing it. He was doing it like 2007, to be honest. And, you know, other people. But in the gi, sounds like Chappelle. A little bit. He looked like let me not say who he looked like. But yeah, that was the game back in the day. Hoffa Mendez, Cobrinha. And bro, we could not get out of 50-50, bro. We be stuck. How do we get? We were trying to figure out how to get, because they would just hold you in 50-50 back in those days. And just sweep. You just sweep. Here's the strategy. You pull 50-50, pull guard, get to 50-50, sweep. You get points. Let them sweep you back, and then you sweep them again. That was the game plan, and that would be the whole 10-minute match right there. So now you can't do that no more. They're gonna call stalling on you eventually, and people are more aggressive. You know, they're gonna bolo, crab ride now, leg drag. But that was a rough time period because bro, every match would go to 50-50 because they couldn't beat Cobrinha. You know, Pete Cobrinha. They were like, bro, we gotta hold this man down. That was a good time period. Got Tom Brady over here. Look at him, bro. He can still throw. You know, we got some. Sounds like Chappelle. Nigerian pastor explains why it's hard to satisfy a woman. These are my views. This is that guy's views. Okay, don't come after me.
Some people say, if you don't have money, a woman will not love you. You don't know women. When you have a lot of money, she doesn't need the money. She now needs attention. When you have a lot of attention, you don't have money. The woman doesn't need the attention. She needs the money. When you have both the attention and the money, the woman doesn't need the attention and money. She needs a bad boy. When you are a bad boy, the woman doesn't need a bad boy. He needs a church boy that is holy. If you're a church boy that is holy, he needs a church boy with a little bit of twerk of bad boy. I didn't cast out you. It's not you. See the outer one of some people say, if you don't have money.
I didn't hear no lies of that, but you know.
Guys, I just had this crazy thought. What is the difference between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the Catholic Church? Obviously, one took a vow of celibacy. One is involuntarily celibate due to the hobby they have, but what's the difference? Guys, I just had this crazy...
That was pretty funny. Shout out to Craig. We're still waiting on this baby to come out of here. We're still waiting for the baby. She says she's been pregnant since May 2025. Dang. That baby exhausted. That baby said, please stop running. The baby trying to relax a little bit before it gets out of there. Say a prayer for Mika Gaval, though. He gonna need it.
It's been 84 years.
You guys know Chris Howder? I think I'm saying his name right. Says he's closing his dojo after 20 plus years. I won't pay to go to work. Wait, what? Oh, he posted a video on YouTube. Let's go find that. Flo, you guys copying me. Wait a second. You guys see Flo? Trey, I see you copying my content. Look, they copying me on flograppling. The watch along. Come on. I popularized that. Trey, I'm gonna need some royalties. Nah, I'm joking. You keep do your thing, bro. They got him watching 4 different matches. Just make sure you guys give me credit for the watch party, the watch along. Come on, who started that? Who started that? Who started that in this industry? No, some other guys were doing watch parties before. I feel like was I the first one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I was the first one, but I need some credit for something though. Let's see, Chris Howder. Let's see if I can say his name or spell his name right. Right. I said rice. You know I'm hungry over here. Where's the video at? I'm looking for it. Is it?
Preparing to say farewell to what we've built here. I believe it was 2005 when we officially first laid mats in this garage. And so that's, almost 21 years of being in this space. And then we laid this setup in 2007. And we've had a lot of different things along the way, but, we unfortunately don't own the land. Unfortunately, it's owned by a trust.
Well, here's the thing. So let's just get down to the brass tacks stuff. We're here in Redondo Beach. And Redondo Beach, like most areas along the coast, there's a...
For my UK people, we got a lot of UK people. Redondo Beach is expensive. Redondo Beach is expensive. Everything California is expensive, but that's some expensive real estate over there. Just to let you guys know.
Limited resource called the beach. And my father, when he purchased his first home in Manhattan Beach for like $56,000, knew that eventually they're going to run out of beach land and they're going to have plenty of inland land. And that beach land is valuable. So like it's typical that the left blames the high prices on the right, the right blames it on the left. The bottom line is supply and demand. There's a limited supply of perfect weather beach property and a high demand. That means the price is going to skyrocket. And I have seen this neighborhood in which I've been here, I want to say 40 years.
83 was when you graduated high school, and I think you first inhabited this land. You went different places over the time when you was in the military, lived in Florida and down in Imperial Beach, but he's been off and on living here since 1983.
There was a point in time where those two houses there, one was a chop shop that was swatted because it had stolen cars in there. There was a meth lab on here. Harleys would park on the Dust Bowl lawns, and I've watched this neighborhood gentrify.
Now the homes are selling for $3 million and they're over 3,000 square feet.
And eventually, I knew we would either, if we could hold on to a thing, we would have a good nest egg, or we would be gentrified out. And I've known it for a long time, so I'm not in any state of panic or anything. I knew eventually the odds are that this garage right here is going to come to an end.
Yes.
And I know that all things come but to an end. My inversion guard recovery will come to an end. And it's almost there. But the other thing is, I know, is through all that stuff comes new growth. And my game on the mat has changed and gotten better. And I see this as an opportunity rather than a liability or a bummer. And I truly believe with the right...
So some of you guys don't know Chris. I believe he's one of the, one of the earliest American black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And, yeah, he's been around for a long time. I mean, he would post some content, but yeah, I remember I never followed him too closely, but he's definitely been a staple of the sport, so.
Outlook that combat base not only will survive, but will morph, adapt, and survive, because that is jiu-jitsu, the art of adaptation.
I think for me, I'm glad that Chris feels so good about it. I'm glad that you feel so happy that we're confident. I just have I don't know if anybody out there has a favorite room in their house. Well, this is the favorite room in my house. Like, this is the place where I come here by myself. I work out, I play music, I meditate, I do things back here. It's the favorite room in my house. So it makes me a little bit sad to let go of that, as well as the community that we've created here, especially since COVID. I think we got an influx of new members, and we lost family. Oh yeah, we lost during that whole COVID transition. Some people decided they wanted to go train elsewhere because we shut down for a good year. And, and then after, we got some really nice people coming in, and we've given out a lot of black belts in the last couple of years, not giving them, people earned their black belts, and it's happened here on the...
She said they earned it. That's a big distinction. We're not going to watch the rest of this. It's called, the channel's Combat Base. We are saying goodbye. I wish we had the timestamp. Well, he gonna make some money. Shout out to him. Go ahead and take your $3 million.
Matt, so our home, that if we are amazing things about the garage is that removing that need to have 200 enrolled allows us to have this more
a location. The thing is that I've learned is a school is not a location.
One of the really amazing things about the garage is that removing that need to have 200 enrolled allows us to have this more personal feel, where we're really close with everybody. We talked it like it's not like everybody's just a number and just paying their dues, which I can't imagine having 200 people that I knew as intimately as I know the 20 guys that come regularly to train here. Right. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to be the same if we did that. And I'm not saying that we're never going to do that. I'm just saying that I was just having a conversation with a guy on the phone who opened up a place close by here. And I said, I don't want to open a school because I think it's too much work. And he said, you're right. It really is a lot of work. In fact, I have 10 instructors teaching for me, and I just focus on the business part because I can't do it all. And I said, yeah. And you know what I do? I run Combat Base Club, which we have Chris flying around the world doing seminars. So he can't run the business because he's flying around the world doing seminars. And then he goes and teaches in downtown LA and Pasadena. He's running all over the place doing all this stuff.
The only thing I find weird, they got the dog on the mat. I like dogs. I love dogs. They don't belong on the mat. I'm sorry. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I don't think dogs. Do I need to do a poll? You guys want me to do a poll in the live stream? Oh, LO Snap has not started. Oh, okay. He got a late start today. Yeah, a dog should not be on the mat. Keep the dog, keep the cat, keep the rat, keep the bat off the mat. That's ad lib. That. Nobody wrote that for me. I ad libbed that. So yeah, things happen, man. At least he's gonna get some money out of that house, so that's not bad. I mean, all they needed was 20 people paying. They didn't need that many people to pay the mortgage or whatever was on there. Property taxes. Property taxes probably did go up. Yeah, that's true. I can't hate on them. If I had $3 million, if somebody's like, hey, you want to sell your live stream for $3 million? I would see you guys. See ya. No more live stream. I would sell that in a heartbeat. Right now. Oh, this looks interesting.
See this, but Jesse James West just figured out who is stronger, female giants or dwarves. Honestly, don't even know how you come up with an idea like this, but it was a great idea. The dwarves won the first competition when this guy decided to load up 585 pounds on the bar and start squatting it for reps. Yes, you heard me right. He was able to rep out 585 pounds like it was nothing. The next competition was to see who could drag this vehicle across the green finish line the fastest. Giants won the second competition, beating the dwarves by less than. The third competition was mass wrestling, and once again, the females won this one, making it 2-1. It's not looking too good for the dwarves. The fourth competition was a deadlift race, starting at 135, working all the way up to 495 pounds. The dwarves won this one with ease. Here you can see them hitting the 5-plate deadlift like it was nothing. Next competition was tug of war, and the female giants won this one. They are currently up 1 point right now. After that, the next competition was a full-on wrestling match. The dwarves ended up winning this competition, meaning that they had to go into a tiebreaker. This next competition will determine who is stronger, female giants or dwarves. It's currently 3-3, and the final competition was a fireman carry where the dwarves won, making it 4-3. Dwarves are stronger than female giants. Who would have thought? I never thought I would see this, but
hey, listen, let me stop. This is the PG-13 channel. Them dwarves were taking those girls down, though. You see that? They were taking them girls down. Got that ankle pick. Bro, that ankle pick hit you? Oh, uh-oh. And they strong. No, they ain't got no reach, though. That's the issue. Hey, shout out to my short kings out here. It says R. Kelly had to be stopped.
Let me demonstrate.
My playground.
Dang. Now, some of you guys are still listening to R. Kelly. I can't fault you for it. Remember the Boondock segment on that? Well, we can't be too. If you really strict on that kind of stuff, then you can't do jiu-jitsu because half the people in jiu-jitsu are scumbags. Half the people in jiu-jitsu scumbags, so you can't even enjoy jiu-jitsu. I'm not condoning anything he did. Not condoning any of that. Someone says he is a genius for his music. Can't help but to love him. These effects is something serious. If you popular and famous enough, people forgive everything.
How long have you been married for?
10 years.
10 years? Wow.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank
you.
Do you think
it's time for me to try and settle down and find a wife? No, it's not. It's not the best time right now. Why? How old are you? 31. 31? No, it's too late, brother. No! What the fuck, bro? I can still find love. No, if you don't get married until 25 years old, if you cannot find the girl until 25 years, don't get married anymore. Why?
Really? Wait, what
Bro, you're making me feel like I'm losing hope right now.
Steiny, this isn't about you. What
This is about me. How old are you?
Enjoy the life.
She doesn't have a husband.
I don't
Enjoy the life.
What about me? How long do I have?
You're done as well.
I don't want
Oh, you got one. No, you got a couple of years.
How long have you been married
You're
for?
done as well.
10 years.
10 years?
Yo, them Russian. I don't know where is Armin from? Georgia or somewhere? Armenia? Sukarian. He's from Armenia. Them people over there don't play around. You are done as well. I can't say those lines. When you're American, you can't say lines like that. You need some Eastern European in there. You need some Russian, something like that. You're done as well. I can't go around saying like stuff like that. Just two homies playing around. That's Gable. That same guy in the same video, a previous video. Gable Stevenson. That's him with his boo thing. All right, she look like a model though. We don't like models over here. We like athletes. I bring this up. Hey, okay, she's very gorgeous. Okay, never mind. You know, where's the snow at? You know, my we got a lot of brothers that play in the snow. Snow, there you go. I'm not gonna call any names out. I'm not gonna call any names out. But look, here's Gable Stevenson's daughter. So he just had a baby. So wrestlers they definitely gonna have kids. Every wrestler I know has kids. If somebody wrestled, they have kids. Every famous wrestler, every collegiate wrestler got kids, just about. So that's Gable Stevenson with this new baby. That baby ain't gonna have no melanin. Gable, you done sacrificed your baby's melanin, bro.
You see her flare her nose?
She cute though. All right, yeah, that baby ain't got no melanin though.
Guys, we got Joe Brunetti here. He's going to show us a move today. For those of you that don't know Joe is a New York jiu-jitsu legend. He's been a black belt for legitimately 25 years. I've known him since I was a white belt, and I've been a black belt for a while. So Joe's going to show us a move that I've seen him hit on literally everybody in this sport.
The idea behind this is basically, it's a neck crank, so you have to get the guy to lower his back, but keep his backside ahead of him. Because once he tilts forward and he brings his hip closer to my body, he's going to get out. So I like to come underneath the armpit, come over and grab a gable grip. I like to drop my body back and sit his head right underneath my shoulder, and then I just crank forward.
Guys, we got Joe Brunetti here. He's going to show.
Very technical. Very, very technical. Wrestling clinic with Helen Morales, 24th of January. That's this week. It's gonna be in VA. Mush might be over there. Mush, you gonna be over there? Now it says $250. Mush, you gonna spend that kind of money? Mush, go ahead. Mush, go ahead and spend that money, and let me know how it goes, brother. Danny Chopper might be over there. He in Maryland. That's not too far from Virginia, right? Says Mike Tomlin looks like he finally slept an entire 8 hours for the first time in 19 years. Isn't that the guy that got in trouble? Oh, no, different guy. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. Oh, okay. I was thinking of Michigan coach. Gervonta Davis stripped of WBA lightweight title following arrest warrant over domestic violence claims. Okay. It's always something, man. Now, I want to see somebody, look, that's a domestic violence claim. Now, if this was jiu-jitsu, he could still compete. If that was something else, some other sport, if that was NFL or something, he could still compete.
His ass whipping coming, Moses.
Am I the ass whooping?
Oh yeah. Hey, that ass whipping coming. Hey, he try to slow play it all he wants. Wait, you better warm up. You better
I'm the ass whooping.
The ass whooping is here.
It's here.
Rome. The first 2 minutes, you better go with Rome or Eli or somebody. Get your body hot. This shit about to get mad. His ass whipping coming, Moses.
Am I the ass whooping?
Oh yeah. Hey, that ass whipping coming.
Yo, Cormier putting hits out on his guys. Cormier need to get back in shape. For his health, he need to get back in shape. We got Fat Ninja. Again, I'm not making fun of him. That's his nickname on social media. He's getting ready for Europeans. What are you about to do? Middle heavy or? Let's see. Faixa preta pronto para se for do vontade dele. My Portuguese not that good. I need to work on it. I'm saying it's been at least 7 years since he participated. Okay. Yeah. So, I used to do these tournaments as a kid. Oh, that's the same venue, but they painted it or something? Oh, it looks way better than it used to look. So, yeah, I used to... Oh, that's Emil. He's a Swedish guy. That tells you how old I am.
What do you do?
I'm a nurse.
Nice.
That was dramatic, Papa.
Yo.
Calm down.
You only get one time to pop the balloon.
Yeah. This is gonna cause red flags.
What do you do?
I'm a nurse. Don't.
That might have been the right call, though. Some of you guys like to play in the snow. I already put the snow, but let me put some more snow in there for you guys. I gotta put the snow on there for you guys.
Ain't worry about it. You ain't coming like this. If I can't hold your hand while we about to cross the street and get up out of the. I'm finna get me one. Look, this nigga, he happy than a motherfucker. He happy as fuck.
Look at him skipping.
See what I'm saying? Man, I want that kind of look, man. I'm looking for that right now. They walking, bitch. You not worried about the goddamn car he driving, the shoes he got on, nothing. They is walking and shit, smiling. Bitch don't want nothing but his time.
That snow had him skipping.
She love him.
I ain't never seen somebody skipping in the snow.
Don't even worry about it. You ain't coming like this. If I can't.
That look like some of the people on the live stream over here. I won't name any names though.
So my biggest advice for anyone who's getting ready to compete at the Euros this year is to don't focus on the result, right? Focus on giving your best performance and preparing the best you can. When you do that, great things will happen, right? You'll give yourself the best chance to perform and hopefully get on top of that podium, but nothing's guaranteed. So we can't focus on, we need to get the gold medal. Just focus on giving your best performance and having a good time out there. Yeah, so actually, my first time winning Euros was when I was a brown belt, and it was so long ago now. I think it was maybe 2008, 2009, and I actually won double gold. I won the lightweight division, and then I won the absolute division. And I remember I did the absolute in order to cut weight for the lightweight division the next day, right? So this is a funny story. My first round match, in the absolute. I can't remember the name. It was against a Polish guy. And it was such a hard fight. And I won the fight, but it was a hard fight. And, which is to be expected, right? Competing at that level, at those biggest tournaments, you're always going to have tough matches. But I remember after that first match, I walked over to my coach. And I said, listen, I got a good sweat. I think I may wait for tomorrow. I think I'm going to rest for tomorrow. And my coach just looked at me and said, you're not done yet. You're going to continue. You're going to keep going. You're not quitting right now. And I was like, oh, man, I got to go. And ended up winning the double gold, right? So trust yourself, believe in yourself, right? Because everyone has their doubts. They seep in sometimes, but go out there and fight your hardest with 100% confidence in yourself. And then fast forward a few years, in 2015, I won a gold medal at the Euros as a black belt, and along with other medals throughout the years, bronze, silver, stuff like that. But yeah, I've been able to experience a lot of Europeans in my competitive career. And I got to say, it's one of my favorite tournaments ever. I remember looking forward to traveling out to Europe, getting out there, meeting up with the European scene out here. It's a whole lot of fun. And it was always a great tournament, a very fun tournament. And it's good to see how far the tournament has gone. It's huge now. It's even bigger than when I used to compete in it. So it's really cool to see. So my biggest advice for anyone who's getting ready to compete.
Is that CP? We need CP at Europeans. Come on. What about 2027 CP? Let's go. Let's go Europeans, bro. Hey, get it, Coleman, get it. Get it, Coleman.
Let's go. Been a while. A little bit rusty. Stud white's coming soon. Focus cool, forward 9 sets lieutenants. Hurrah!
What is that? What is WEF? WEF? What is that? I'm not familiar with the Swedish or Swiss culture like that. Look at Mark Coleman over here. He had his hips replaced. He's still strong. World Economic Forum. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a busy week. Come on, CP, you gotta do something, bro. We gotta get CP competing again. The Bills have fired their head coach. It's tough being a head coach in NFL right now.
But first, let me start with astrophysics, weirdly enough. In astrophysics, there's something called the Fermi paradox, which is if our galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars, and there are hundreds of billions of galaxies, then where is everybody? Where are all the advanced civilizations? Why don't we see them? Why don't we hear from them? And one of the answers is a hypothesis that as civilizations become advanced enough, they wipe themselves out, whether it's with chemical or biological or nuclear or climate change catastrophe, whatever reason, advanced civilizations are not stable and they basically destroy themselves. Now let's get to this. We've got a convicted or an adjudicated rapist, a very credibly accused pedophile doing everything he can to stop the release of the Epstein files. I'm going to argue, including attacking Venezuela and including threatening to invade Greenland. Now, we've got this massive response finally beginning to happen, a massive European response of putting tripwire troops into Greenland. And it's not done yet. In addition to these countries here, there are more that have just signed up. I think Estonia and Latvia just signed up. I wouldn't be surprised if Canada signs up. So, you want to talk history? In the 30s, Hitler managed to annex Austria, and nobody said a thing. And he got away with it. Hitler managed to grab Czechoslovakia, or large parts of Czechoslovakia, and he got away with it. And nobody did anything. They made some stern noises and complained. And then he tried to grab Poland. And guess what? Poland triggered World War II. Eventually, there was just a line had been crossed. The countries had gotten organized enough, and off we are to World War II. I'm going to argue that this attacking or aggressing of Greenland and the Europeans lining up to defend a NATO ally, Greenland, could be the trigger for World War III. And wouldn't that be ironic that human civilization flickers out because a pedophile is trying to stop the release of the Epstein files? I promise I'll get to this, but first let me start with
I mean, the only way Gordon could do a debate is if he got the earpiece with Danaher in it. he gonna need backup from Danaher if you wanna argue or debate. Gordon can't debate, bro. Come on. I don't even think he can read. Not that you have to be able to read the debate.
If you want to date a white Brazilian girl, go to Porto Alegre if you want one that's more Italian or Portuguese. Go to Curitiba if you want one whose family's from Germany, Poland, or Ukraine. Florianopolis if you want to mix it above with some Greek and also a Texan. If you want to date a black Brazilian girl, go to Salvador in Bahia. It's considered the black capital of Latin America. If you want to date a mixed girl, the Brazilian word for it is pardo. Go to Manaus if you want one with strong indigenous roots. Belém if you want someone who still has some indigenous but more Afro-Portuguese. São Luís if you want a pardo girl who's primarily black. The Fortaleza is just a mix of everything. If you aren't sure if you want a white or a pardo girl and you want to date both, go to Belo Horizonte or Goiânia. Both used to be primarily white, but have seen a lot of interior migration from the northeast. Okay, you might be asking, what about Rio de Janeiro? Rio is the largest, most diverse mix of all. It used to be majority black during slavery as the entry point to the interior of Brazil. At the same time, it was the capital of the Portuguese colony, so it had a huge, wealthy white population, which is concentrated in places like Zona Sul today. Once slavery was abolished, they consciously tried to bring in more of a white population in a policy that was known as the branqueamento, or the whitening. You know what? I'll make a separate video about all this. Sao Paulo is incredibly mixed with its own history and branqueamento policy. One thing that's interesting about it is that it has a lot of ethnic enclaves, including the largest Japanese population in Latin America. If you want to date a white Brazilian girl,
CP said cousin Ben sent him this. Cousin Jeffrey sent me this, so we got our homegirl Tracy Cortez. What's she been up to? What has she been up to? Look, this is the last thing she did. She was over here sparring. This is when she was with Alex Pereira. You see him in the background right there. And then after that breakup, that was it for her. You hope that gringo gets to see what Brazil's like one day. He look like he don't leave his house. What has Tracy Cortez been up to since the breakup? She's doing a meet and greet. Come and meet Tracy Cortez. Where's she going to be? California. Oh, I'm not in California. If I was in California, I would go. San Jose. Daly City in San Mateo. Nah. If you guys know those areas, go check her out. Well, she's not dating anybody. oh, poor girl. My man said Chama. She need the eyelashes on, though. That's my issue. If she take the eyelashes off, it can't work. She got to keep the eyelashes on 24/7 with me. That's the only way it could work out. She got to keep the eyelashes on. CP, did you see Chris Howder's closing his gym? Did you see that? We went over it a little bit earlier. We also Gable versus John Jones, and Gable got a baby. You saw that? Okay. Just making sure, CP. Where were we? Killer elephant leaves 22 people dead over 10 days. Guys, elephants are dangerous. Leave it. Don't abuse them. I think we saw this. Now, I feel like Joseph Chin might owe Nomadic Margot some money because they just stole her name. They bit her whole style. They bit her whole style. That's Nomadic Margot. They had their soft opening. So if you guys are ever in Shanghai, I believe, go check it out. Now, you will need a visa. If you're American, possibly European, you're going to need that visa. You can't go in China and all willy-nilly. So it might be worth going to. I don't know. I have no idea. Just so you guys remember, this is Nomadic Margot right here.
Not just any girl. This girl's a world champion.
Hey, sorry, I want to ask you a question.
Do you love what you do?
I love what I do, yeah.
And what do you do for work?
I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a full-time professional.
Can I come to work with you?
100%, dude. It's just sorry up there. Let's go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting myself.
Margot's a bad boy. Margot, straight up a bad boy. She in Hong Kong. I don't know. She nomadic. They got a good group over there. Oh, they had Kent over there too.
Yo guys, what's up? Fabio Panini Lim here back again on the second interview with who am I with today?
Kenta Iwamoto.
Okay, first one. Which gym has the best culture?
I train at Lotus Setagaya in my home gym.
Yeah, so not Tempo. What is the technique you like to hit when you want to troll or humiliate your training partner?
I like to maybe just high ground people or twist it.
Where do you take visiting athletes or coaches to eat when they're in your city?
Ramen Jiro. It's the best ramen the best in the world. And I'm gonna take Joseph maybe next week. We can go Ramen Jiro. Remember that.
Are there any hidden gem gyms or lesser known instructors you would recommend? This is you could
Fabio is the guy. And then Nini.
Yeah, boy. An instructional you are currently watching?
I like to watch my Patreon, rewatch them many times. Sometimes forget techniques.
And you go back and rewatch it.
I go watch my own techniques.
Yeah, because they're the best out there right now, right? Yeah. Do you ever, who is someone underrated that you think everyone should know?
Daiki and Shushu.
Yeah,
and they were like the finals of the last ACC 66 kilo in trials.
Yeah, how do you stay motivated to train consistently through ups and downs?
I don't think if you're not motivated, I don't think you should force yourself to train.
Yeah, we do.
Start doing other things. And if you really like it, you'll come back. So,
favorite hobby outside jiu-jitsu?
Recently practicing the piano.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in to Tempo Talks episode 2.
Yeah, this social media, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the sport. I worry about the sport all the time. You know, me and CP have done dozens of oh, hey, Megan Stallion. We've done dozens of podcasts and interviews. Uh-oh, Meg Thee Stallion. What you doing, Meg Thee Stallion? I want to go play some putt-putt too. Oh. Hey, putt-putt. Hey. She doing too much, though. She doing too much. These social media relationships, though. Yeah, man, I'm tired of them. Let's jump over. You know, we're going to talk about Tainan. Let's all go back to judo. Here's the answer to that. Plead the fifth. He said he wants to see the Red Belt documentary. That thing ain't never coming out. He need to just put the rough draft out. You think? Would that satisfy you, CP? If he just put the rough draft up, he should just put that up on YouTube. Just get over with. The thing is, he said it himself. He didn't have the budget to do the movie, the documentary properly. He just didn't have. He raised $20,000. That wasn't enough money to do the video. He took the trailer offline. Oh, he should have just. Well, I mean, if you guys had given me $20,000, I could have had that thing. I could have had that thing looking good. Now, it wouldn't be professional. I would just release whatever footage I had, put the trailer back up and release whatever little footage I had. Now, that's all you can do. Sometimes you fail, you know? The only issue is he had other people's money. Now, it's okay to fail when it's your money, right? But when you got other people investing in you. Uh-oh. It says he was using Connection Rio people for free. Like, oh, what were they doing? Like filming like working the camera and stuff and lighting. Oh, okay. Where'd the money go? Howell Teague, I can't defend you. I tried to defend you, Howell Teague. CP got receipts though. CP, no, CP, you can't plead the fifth, CP. Only one person can plead. Well, I can plead the fifth. Only one person is allowed to plead the fifth on this live stream. And that's Balea. CP pleading the fifth. We done corrupted CP. I'm sorry, Yasmin. We done corrupted your man.
Just the two of us.
We done corrupted CP.
Safety video on what to do versus what not to do. So there's some techniques that we don't allow in our gym just for safety reasons. So first of all, and I think most classically, is the jumping kamibasami or the flying scissor takedown, which is essentially a move where I'm looking to jump all my weight into my partner's legs. And when done properly, it's safe.
Can we just see their post? Oh, there it is right there.
Grappling. So we want to do a quick safety video on what to do versus what not to do. So there's some techniques that we don't allow in our gym just for safety reasons. So first of all, and I think most classically, is the jumping kamibasami or the flying scissor takedown, which is essentially a move where I'm looking to jump all my weight into my partner's legs. And when done properly, it's safe. However, I'm not going to show you or edit videos into this of this going wrong, but the way this would go wrong is essentially I go into lit and this hyperextends his knee. It's all of my body weight going into his knee/shin. So this can actually result in a lot of catastrophic injuries. So we're not allowing this. This is not allowed. Secondly, we're not jumping close guard. For a very similar reason is because it's uncontrolled body weight. Uncontrolled body weight just generally is not allowed in the sense where, let's say Lynn jumps close guard on me. Right now I'm prepared. So I can kind of like hold this and kind of get this or kind of carry this weight in a safe manner. However, if let's say my legs are extended, Lynn's a little bit far, he jumps. This can result in some catastrophic injuries. Similarly, this is more controlled but still dangerous. Sitting into the side of the partner's knee. So a very common judo move is haniatoshi, where you're looking to block the far leg and you're sitting into the side of the knee.
Well, that's not
when done properly. Of course, this can be done properly.
Don't sit to the
However,
side of the knee.
risk for injury is quite high. So once again, we're generally not allowing this, where from here, if you block and you're sitting into the side of the knee, you're not falling here. You can block here, but you're not, it needs to be controlled. Because obviously we want to have, the safety of ourselves and our training partners in mind. If we injure our training partners, we have no training partners. I believe one more is the flying flag submissions, generally from the feet, right? Let's say Lynn jumps a triangle on me. This could also be quite bad for him. Right, I can assign them, but this results also in uncontrolled body weight. So generally, we want to avoid this. Outside of that, techniques can all be dangerous. That's what jiu-jitsu kind of is. So we want to make sure that when we're doing these techniques, we're always doing them in a controlled manner, giving our partners time to tap. I'd much rather you guys have a submission, lose it, because you gave them time to tap as opposed to injuring your partner. Because obviously, to be fair, you are better if you can control the submission, right, and do it slowly versus if you have to do it. So this is kind of the ideal we're working towards, but it's also a safety measure or precaution. Outside of that, one last thing. From slamming people, let's say I'm about to mat return Lynn, I don't want to just completely drop him to the ground. We want to look to at least give our partner some time to fall, right? Like, let's have him, I'm going to kind of help him on the way down because we don't want to, again, risk injury. Outside of that, these are just the main band techniques.
The chopping off.
Chopping on. This is kind of an addition to this mat return thing, but when we mat return our partner, ideally, let's say I'm mat returning him to his left, you don't want to trap his arm, because now, look, when he can't post, he can't break his fall. I could possibly spike him. This is definitely something we're looking to avoid. And that's about it. This is just a quick safety PSA. Yeah.
Shout out to Joseph. I will say on Reddit, good old Reddit, somebody did get injured in the first 2 days after paying $1,500. So that's why he put this video out, because somebody got injured within the first 2 days. Somebody got injured. So you need to be careful. I'm hoping. Did you guys know that's Joseph Chin's brother? Like, really? I feel like if you have a school, you need some old heads over there. You need somebody like CP over there to kind of keep everybody in line. And honestly, it's kind of tough when you're young. You don't have that much life experience. Nobody really gonna listen to you. So you do. I feel like you need somebody old, a little bit older, Look at CP, a little bit older. Hey man, you know what? Don't do that. Don't do this. Hey, be careful. You need somebody. Hey, be careful. Okay, sit out. You need somebody like that. But I'm hoping for the best for these guys. His brother, I guess that's the older brother. I don't know how the relationship is going. I don't know how they do things in China. So that might be his older brother. That looks the same age or younger. What was Joseph Chin's daddy doing over there? How many kids you got, Joseph Chin daddy? Shout out to these guys.
All right, welcome.
So today we're gonna watch a little bit of Daisy Fresh. Actually, let's watch some Greg Souders first. You guys love Greg Souders, ecological. CP, are you training ecologically yet? We'll watch a little bit of Greg Souders, and then we'll get into where is Tainan getting all this money, and then we're gonna watch Daisy Fresh, first episode, Daisy Fresh. CP says, much respect to the guys like him and Owen being young and opening up schools, but they definitely need some good mentorship. They do, because Owen Jones, his program's in a storage facility. It looks like a storage. You remember the storage places? I don't know if you got those in Switzerland, but I'm sure CP remembers. The storage facilities, like the little storage unit. That's what the school looked like. It's in that little storage unit. Now, respect to him, but why'd you come all the way to Atlanta to teach out of a storage unit? Because you got some real facilities. He's next to Alliance. He's next to Octopus. He's next to ATT Sandy Springs. They got showers, and they got like real facilities. You can't compete no more. Back in the day, in the 90s, you could be in the storage unit. But listen, this 2026. People, you need an area, you need a reception, some area for people to sit. When you said Greg, I thought Soldier Boy. Greg Souders. Oh, which one? There's a couple Gregs out here. Let me play this video. CP Drake. You talking about Drake? Yeah. CP will get me in trouble. CP, we gotta do a European tour. I'm gonna take Much to Europe because he want to meet some of those French judoka girls. So we might have to go to Europe, and maybe we'll stop by Switzerland.
I'm here watching the match with DeAndre Corbe and Diego Pato, and I'll be breaking it down, sharing my thoughts with you guys. So before the match even starts, we knew what to expect going in. We watch a lot of Pato, being the #1 guy in the spot. We want to see what he's capable of, what he does well, what he does poorly. And even going into this match, I was extremely confident. I think stylistically, like I've said before, this is a bad matchup for Pato. I think D's strong base on top, his resistance to leg locks and submissions in general, and his ability to hold his partner down and not get put down, I think really challenges what Pato's capable of. Pato's main area of danger is his...
You talking about this Greg, CP? Which Greg are you talking about?
Early catches. He's got devastating bites on the legs and arms, which you see here in the beginning of the match. You see Diego get some good bites in the first few minutes, but once DeAndre was able to withstand them, it went as we expected. Now, if you see here early in the match, you see right away D paying extra special attention to clearing feet and keeping Pato out of the middle. We know that it's literally impossible to entangle if you can't get some aspect of inside position on your partner. And so training him to hand fight the feet effectively, keeping them out of the center, was huge, especially for this match.
CP said CLA Greg. Well, he trained under Lloyd Irvin up to brown belt. And then, do you remember that referee, the short American guy with the bald head that passed away? I can't remember his name, but I believe it was Maryland or somewhere, Virginia. He got his black belt from that guy. I can't remember the guy's name. He used to referee for IBJJF. There used to be one American referee. Remember the short bald guy? So yeah, Greg Souders. I met him a long time ago, but he got his brown belt from Lloyd. Now they don't even bring that up no more. And DeAndre Corby got his black belt from somebody else. But before the ecological people come and attack me, they got Greg Souders claiming him. He was already pretty tough before though. Also, I want to point out, Corby's a lot bigger than Pato. Pato, a natural light feather. Corby about he looked like he about 170, 180. Was 4 + 1. Hey, yo, Balea. There's the man right there. Let's all plead the fifth. We got Balea in the house. Plead the fifth, okay, everybody? You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist as well. Did you, CP? Is he an archaeologist? Who's an archaeologist? Who said archaeology, CP?
So training him to hand fight the feet effectively, keeping them out of the center, was huge, especially for this match. We also trained him to stay close and not flee. Pato catches a lot of people who they're scared of him, they run, and they leave things hanging. And so we didn't want that to happen. So DeAndre's pressing heavy here, trying to stay as close to him as possible while he fights to clear the hands and feet. And we go right back to the process. So the whole idea is that, we have a 10-minute match. And if you're able to make a bottom
CP got that PhD humor. You know we slow over here, CP.
The structure weakens, they become much more easy to manipulate. So by not letting Pato create any distance, any real distance anyway, it's very difficult for him to get off an attack. Again, he'll be carrying that weight for long periods of time, hopefully making him more vulnerable to D's passing. Now, once they're grounded here, one thing we worked on is a foot position we call short-long. As you see here, there's one hook on the close side and one hook on the far side. We use this to create strong destabilization towards entanglements. So destabilization being using the connection to the short-long to put the top player on their hips or hands continuously, and of course try to make hip attachment or come back to the top position as you see here.
Why can't he just say they use X guard? Why can't? I'm sorry, I'm munching. I'm sorry, everybody. People get upset when I eat on the stream. I'm sorry. You guys know if Balea ever stream, he gonna be eating on that live stream. What you gonna eat on the live stream, Balea? But look, that's just X guard. Why make it complicated? Saying short long, why don't you just say X guard? Why they got to be extra?
Position we call short-long, as you see here.
X guard, yeah.
One hook on the close side and one hook on the far side. We use this to create strong destabilization towards entanglements. So destabilization being using the connection to the short-long to put the top player on their hips or hands continuously, and of course try to make hip attachment or come back to the top position as you see here.
Well, Pato's not a guard passer anyway.
Focusing D's grip fighting on keeping Pato out of the middle. When D's on the bottom, he focuses on keeping the middle. So if you see how well D keeps his feet in between Pato's knees, making it very hard for Pato to stay stable on top and get any type of passing opportunity going, which
Pato is never going to stay on top.
Close to what was a passing opportunity for Pato in this match. Which
Pato, have you not watched a Pato match? He was never going to play on top until the end. There's a reason we should go back to judo. Same names for techniques. Yeah, he could have said Kazushi. I would have accepted off balance or Kazushi. These guys, bro, I plead the fifth.
Of course, is what we expected. Now, we knew ahead of time that Pato had a very strong K entry, scoop grip with an outside hook. And so we exposed D to a lot of that by having his training partner start in that grip specifically.
You ever notice the ecological people? They be saying the first letter of people's names, and G and D and C. They won't even say CP. Hey, yo, C, what's up, C? They can't put the P in the CP? Come on. Why all the ecological people do the same stuff?
And had him fight either towards counterattacks on the legs, like you see sort of happening here, or, of course, passes and back takes. But exposing him early to those connections in training, I think prepared him well for what he experienced with Pato here. Sometimes if you want to work on a threatening position from an opponent you know you're going to fight, just starting your training partners in the positions that your opponent is good at can be helpful.
Something I also realized, this match was before Pan, so I'm assuming Pato was training mostly gi. So like, I mean, it was a win. I guess it was a win for Corbry, but I mean, you're fighting a dude. He ended up winning Pans or closing out Pans. So I mean, I understand you won, but like the guy's he was doing a tournament next weekend too. Just like the week before Pans last year. Is the ecological community the new BJJ Globetrotters? I wouldn't say that. BJJ Globetrotters was pretty chill, weren't they? I would say BJJ Globetrotters has done more to help jiu-jitsu, or has tried to do more to help jiu-jitsu than CLA or ecological guys will ever do. Ecological guys only care about themselves, really.
Now, one thing we were doing here, I'm going to see if D starts to do it, is anytime we get to the bottom and we want to increase threat both for breaks on the legs and for good positioning on top, we create a cross leg position. So one of the focus was while on the bottom, while fighting for inside position, the idea was to take one of Pato's legs and bring it from a straight alignment, meaning being on one side of the center line, bring it over to the other. The reason we do this is to gain access to inside entanglement, which in our opinion is one of the strongest finishing positions on the reason we
Is
do
that
this
what you
is to
wanted?
gain-
Wait a second, Greg Souders, was that what you wanted right there? Greg Souders, was that the game plan? Wait a second, that don't look like almost get your foot broken. Was that the part of the game plan?
Access to inside entanglement, which in our opinion is one of the strongest finishing positions on the legs you can get. And then that cross leg also creates paths towards the hips and back. So by combining those two threats together, we felt like D would have a better chance of making Pato.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's gonna work for everybody, bro. My foot hurt just watching this.
Vulnerable to his attacks. Again, you can see some strong bites there from Pato. But again, we're 5 minutes in, so now the grips are starting to weaken a bit.
Something I also noticed, I think it might be the difference in scoring. But you know, IBJJF, Pato would get the advantages, right? At least if in terms of a referee decision, because who's initiating? Like Pato's initiating and then Corby's reacting. So in this not IBJJF, but in IBJJF, Pato would have won with the way he's initiating, because that's what jiu-jitsu is all about, at least in the gi, not no gi. Who initiates? Everything I've seen so far has been DeAndre reacting to sweeping back after being swept. It hasn't been any initiation, really.
And then we're back to the same thing, D fighting for the inside, controlling both ankles. Still has another opportunity to create the cross yet.
Was it submission only? What kind of
Doing a
tournament
great
was
job
this?
of initial hand fighting. Again, Pato would need to start fighting for his own inside, start clearing feet and hands, which as you see, he doesn't do well here. So we'll see if it.
This is why you shouldn't do random tournaments too. You mean doing these random tournaments, you don't know the rule set? Pato over here chilling. Look at Pato. Is Pato not taking this match serious? Look, is Pato taking this match seriously? Is Pato taking that match seriously? Now there was $100,000 on the line. He probably should have been more focused. But he chilling over there. That's more on him than anything else. Look at that. You think Pato's serious? Look, he's looking back. That man ain't serious.
Another thing we train D to do against any standing up partner is make attachments to both legs. Here we see the cross starting to be created. Anyway, making attachment to both legs to make it very difficult for the top player to maintain their base while under attack. So even grounded here as D fights for inside position, he's monitoring both legs to prevent Pato's defensive reactions and of course from building his base to start passing opportunities. So you see it again, finding the inside, finding both ankles, keeping Pato's heel high, not letting him base up.
Why didn't you go for submission there?
So one of the things we focus on here at Standard Jiu-Jitsu is creating conditions. Conditions being certain connections, alignments, or movement patterns that have certain effects on our partner.
Look at Pato. Pato messing around, bro.
The ones, again, we discussed here that we focused on would be heel height, keeping inside connection with our feet, denying our partner inside position, and creating cross-leg alignments. And you see all of that here. One of the great things about not only our students here at Standard, but DeAndre, is our training looks exactly like our competition. The things that we train for transfer very well to these performance environments. If you were to watch his prep for this leading up to it, you would see all of this happening on the training mat, as you see here happening.
Is that normal though?
And so just looking back,
Everybody
it's really
trains.
nice to see this level of focus.
Everybody trains. Everybody trains so that what they do in the gym is exhibited out on the mat. What? That's normal. Who's training differently than they compete? All you do when you compete is do the stuff you did in training. That's all you do. You're doing the same stuff. You're doing the same guard passing, the same sweeps, same takedowns. Now, some of you guys might do something different, and you shouldn't be doing that. You should really just do the stuff you've been working. Now, you might have an epiphany. Okay, cool. Try that. Now, if there's $100,000 on the line, you better make sure you do exactly the same thing at training. He does. Oh, you didn't see that video? He does consider himself. He said Danny Hurt missed some stuff and that he's completed. I gotta find the video for you. It's on Instagram. My man might be delusional, and most of the people in this sport are delusional, so we're just gonna have to plead the fifth. I'm already in trouble.
And commitment to these tasks. And that's something we're seeing from Pato here. Like once Pato was going on the defensive, we don't see him create a lot of strong conditions here. He's not clearing the feet well. He's not fighting for inside position well.
He's fighting, looking
he's
for
very
attacks.
implicit, right? He knows when he's in danger. He knows how to align himself to get out of it. But I don't see much progression in his grip fighting or in his positioning. Though we don't see much progression on D's side either. If we look at it critically, we see the majority of the match, he's in control of the connections, he's in control of the position where he wants to be in, and he's deciding whether he stays on bottom or goes to the top. Nothing is really being dictated by Pato here. I guess what I'd like to see more from D here would be
Pato is dictating the whole
his
match.
connections. Like he would see them momentarily, make flash adjustments, and they would separate again. So hopefully in this next match we can see more robust and consistent connection once D creates a path to where
I would say that wasn't a good match.
Having a long match with DeAndre is going to be very difficult. The longer time, I think, aligns with his skill set. Withstanding his grip fighting and positioning for more than 10 minutes is brutal for anybody. So I think it'll be the same for Pato, just like anybody else.
I think Pato was okay.
He tends to pick up steam as the match goes on. And as most people weaken, he gets stronger.
Where was that? When
The
did that
remainder of the
happen?
match pretty much happens the same, so let's go ahead and take a look at the overtime. And we knew once it got to overtime, we'd probably get the decision win.
So you wanted overtime? All that talk about all that crap? We had to listen to all that crap? They should have just played the overtime match. Man, I tell you guys, make sure you watch these people's matches, bro. Watch everybody's matches before you start following
Little
them.
to no wrestling experience. So we knew that DeAndre would win these hand fighting battles and probably win the initial takedown here in this exchange, or at least something that would benefit
So it
him.
was a takedown. You got a
One of the
takedown on
things we see a lot
Pato.
from
Wow.
DeAndre in training that we've been seeing recently in some of his matches is high-low faking, snap knee tap. He's gotten a lot of good people to bite on this.
Come on,
Most
Pato.
recently in
Pato not a wrestler. Pato not wrestling? His nickname is Duck. Have you ever seen a duck wrestle before?
CJI, Mika was biting really hard in that combination. D was able to snap him and get to front headlock. And we see the same thing about to happen here in this match as well. This is sort of what gave the decision when I think this front headlock position you see happening when Pato ran at D for a shot. Now the issue here is that because it was ADCC rules, once Pato stays here for a few seconds, the score is reset. If he goes to his back, he's safe from being scored on. So the focus here with D was to maintain strong shoulder connection, get behind both middle joints, i.e. the elbow and the knee, and then try to maintain chest to back contact. But again, Pato's standard here and avoids the score.
You get it?
He does get behind.
You get it? Standard? Isn't that standard jiu-jitsu? You got it? I just got it.
Gets chest to back, gets past the elbows and knees. But in following, he has a hard time maintaining it. He loses head position right there by lifting his head, going from underneath Pato to the top, and it gave Pato the space to spin his back towards the mat, which took away that opportunity from DeAndre. And for the remainder of the match, we see the same thing that we did before. Strong hand fighting from D, clearing feet, staying close to the knees, denying inside position, and just making Pato carry his weight to victory. So,
Was that a good match? Can I ask you guys, was that a good match? It was okay. Corby. Now, that was a nice $100,000, though. I'm sure the other matches were probably better, but I can't say that was a good match to myself. But maybe it was. Who knows? Maybe I'm a hater. That's possible, too. So we've been waiting to see how is Tainan making all this money? Is it time for that? Oh, we still got time for other stuff. Shoot, let's look at it. Actually, yeah, let's go to it. Screw it. We got CP over here. He likes to hear himself talk. That's why he didn't go straight to the overtime. That's we call that a boomer. CP plead the fifth too. It says, where does Tainan get his money from? I don't know. I don't know where all these guys. He posts. He got that Swiss bank account. He posts with his seriously expensive cars and looks like he lives a good life. Is he the Gordon Ryan of instructionals in Brazil? No. Tournament and seminars don't pay that well, do they? Sponsorships? Any insight how it adds up? Now, sometimes you shouldn't ask too deep a question. But we're going to see what they're posting on Reddit. Not that it's accurate. Let's see. One of the moderators. What did the moderator put? They got a scammer. Says he charged nearly $250 for a seminar in Melbourne. I'm sure his privates, especially with celebrities, are worth a lot on top of whatever he's earning from AOJ in business. $250 Australian dollars is $170 USD, which is still pretty high, but not a crazy number for someone like Tainan. That is pretty expensive, though. The question is how he makes money, not if the price is justified. Someone said 170 times 60 times 12 months is 122K. Which is that's assuming he's doing a seminar a month. Someone says right 122 with a reduced seminar schedule on top of whatever else he's doing. Someone says I paid €70 for a seminar with him and Guy in 2 weeks' time. From what I've seen, these guys charge a flat fee, and it's up to the promoter to make the money. Yeah, most of the top guys, you got to pay them up front, and it's going to have a couple zeros on there. Easy. I don't want to rat anybody out what they should get, but it's going to be a couple $1,000s here and there. No, it's usually the person giving the seminar that asks for a set fee, and then obviously the gyms can either agree or try to negotiate. Dude makes bank. Seminars, super fights. Not sure if he does privates anymore, but probably $1,000 an hour if he wanted. No, even Gordon. I don't think Gordon doing seminars or private lessons at $1,000 a pop. People really underestimate the amount of rich kids taking privates at AOJ and worship Tainan. AOJ instructionals, sponsorship like Kings. I don't think Kings giving out that much money. There's no way Kings Komodo not making that much money. If them dudes getting $300 to $500 a month, I would be surprised. And if someone like Tainan or Mika's getting $1,000, that would be like the top end possibly. Says yep, same. Wait a second. Says really hard to estimate his earnings. Think most of it is coming from AOJ instructionals and probably instructing, because it's scalable without him physically being there. But there's no public data on sales. Think he's a top 5 overall earner in BJJ? Possibly. Wouldn't be surprised if he's at $750K plus per year now. It's possible. I don't know. Now, that's more money than I'm making right now. Hopefully the live stream blows up and I could make more money than these guys. But right now, no. It's possible. I don't know how much these guys are getting. I don't know. Someone says, yep, same with Autos. They are in San Diego and people don't understand why they charge compared to a normal school. What, $350? Pretty sure his family is also just rich. My understanding is that he was already traveling the world to compete before he met the Mendez brothers. Seems like he comes from money. Could be wrong. Yeah, he's pretty well off to start. His dad owns businesses back in Brazil that I guess make enough for Tainan to pursue jiu-jitsu full time. I met him at my old gym in Bakersfield, California. He came in for a private seminar with Dan Camarillo at the time when he was like 13. All Dan had to say was, that kid is special and will be a champ in no time. Well, here we are. He gets a lot of hate, but the dude puts in the work to be great. Someone say he gets a lot of hate. Everybody gets hate. I've never seen anyone hate on Tainan. You can hate on anybody, really. Every AOJ competitor I've ever seen has been a class act. That means you don't know him. What are we covering? How about you listen and find out? We're talking about Tainan right now. How he makes so much more money than all the other people. Andy Murasaki, maybe. Who hates Tainan? Andy and Rolando. Andy, Rolando, and Ronaldo Jr. Everybody middleweight, really. Anyone who can come to the U.S. and live in SoCal without being sponsored by an employer with a working visa like that is rich. I make $170K a year and can't afford a rich SoCal life. Comfortable, yes, but not rich. I'm almost positive a working visa is how they got him there full-time as an adult. That's usually how it works. He's a trainer. When he was younger, I'm sure the Mendez brothers can afford to take care of him like an investment. He likely was on a tourist visa and was able to upgrade to a 01P1 visa after winning a bit, which is, special athlete, special case, special skill set visa. It could range from $2,000 to $10,000 for the process for those visas alone. He's Brazilian rich. For sure, even if he wasn't from a rich family, he would have been taken in by someone like Mendez or otherwise. Trumpet Dan would have housed him. The Mendez brothers for sure. Well, Trumpet Dan ain't got money to take care of him like that. The Mendez brothers for sure have the capability of feeding and housing a teenager, which is what they do. That is likely, believe or achieve, right? That is likely to make them a ton of money in the future. One thing that really isn't mentioned about Brazil, a good portion of professional athletes are middle class and up, mainly because who is going to have money for classes and nutrition and strength and conditioning? The same is happening in football. Gone are the days that football, Brazilian, not Brazilian football, but soccer. Gone are the days that the favela kids become pros and change their lives for the better. Inequality affects sports too. Someone says, does Dream Art still exist? Mika's team as well. Well, Dream Art went back to Brazil. Dream Art got the boot. Now they're back in Brazil. And Mika's team, which is BJJ College, is still around. I'm not sure if it's in Manaus or where. I think they're opening up a Dream Art in Manaus too. My guess is, as an instructor in AOJ, he must earn a lot, especially through privates and also from AOJ Plus videos and master classes. Says, yep, people are forgetting what he probably earns just from being a teacher there. Says privates. He lives in a high cost of living area with lots of rich parents who look up to him. So yeah, them parents paying some good money for their kids to train with him. I'm not sure how much, but Says Tainan's story is a good one. Basically he left in the U.S. by his dad at 14 to work at being the best in the world. This is on YouTube. No idea how much dough he has though. Don't be pocket watching. A while back, AOJ page shared how much Tainan made with his first masterclass. It was in the high six figures. Wow. I'm sure their website alone and masterclasses get them very lucrative income. On top of that, AOJ and their content creation only helps their black belts make a true living off BJJ and create opportunities for them to bring in some really good income. They have the perfect blend of high income area, marketing, content creation, names, platform to keep evolving and be direct with consumers and gyms. AOJ is a cult. I plead the fifth. Where's the fifth at? I plead the fifth. Well, most affiliations are, depending on how you define cult. Says you are not allowed facial hair there. That's very culty. You can't have facial. You can have facial hair. Does anybody have facial hair at AOJ? Now that you mention it, nobody's got facial hair over there. Does anybody have facial hair at AOJ? That can't be true. Is that true? Who been to Balea? Where you at, Balea? Can you not have facial hair over there? Everything's got to be bald? Someone says, that's hilarious. Is this true or an urban legend? I read it here once years ago. That's not true. I think about it every time I see them training and everyone is clean shaven. I heard they get laser done as a group, and since they're all from AOJ, they get a generous discount. That I like that. That's funny now. That's funny. No facial hair over here. Posting at dealerships and at a friend's garage, there are tons of services that let you pose inside cool cars and in cool clothes. That's his stuff though. Says, especially in SoCal, I met this business owner through work. Had a very boring business located in Southern California, obviously SoCal, that made him a very nice living. He had a private plane that needed a bunch of repairs, and during COVID had basically stopped traveling to see customers. He had some warehouse or / open lot space out in the Inland Empire. He now rents out time on his jet, which does not fly, for people to take pictures in front of or on board. You can also hire models to be the stewardess and pilots. Oh no, he has the costumes and everything. It's hilarious. Another person says, I'm not trying to say Tainan is broke and homeless, but he probably makes way less than you think. Same goes for Gordon. We don't know how much these guys are making. Now, I don't know how financially smart these guys are, though. Because Gordon be wasting his money on cars. Tainan, I'm not sure what Tainan wastes his money on. Says Gordon made millions from BJJ Fanatics. He also probably spent millions and definitely got fleeced out of money. Tainan is Chris Holder's real estate. He looks like he got the veneers. Tainan got them veneers. Well, I'm not AI. I got the chipped tooth. I'm not fake over here. He got the real estate veneers. If jiu-jitsu don't work out, that man going into real estate. He need to go into real estate with that smile. Someone says Gordon pissed all his money away on flip-flops and lime green sports cars for his wife to run from the cops in while DUI. There's a reason he got on IG last week to beg people to buy a lifetime membership for $20,000 down. It's because the money is drying up. Uh-oh. We don't know what people making over here. We don't know what people making over here or over there. And these guys, listen, most of these guys ain't smart. They could have $1 million. Well, Gordon be getting scammed. He gets scammed every week. Every week he gets scammed by somebody. Taxes. He might, even if he made $3 million, that money might be gone. Someone says, I don't think that's the reason. Many gyms are doing the lifetime thing. Please tell me what gyms are comparable to Kingsway, or any gyms for that matter, are offering lifetime memberships for $10,000 plus. I've never heard of or seen this outside of Kingsway ever. Closest I've seen is like tiered options for X classes per week and year-long contracts. Says they updated it, so now there's a 5-person limit on lifetime memberships from January 1st to the 31st. Their OF accounts keep them going. Who? You think some of them might? Well, you never know. We don't know what's going on over there. CP mean, bro. Says no, he didn't. Everyone in my neighborhood loves him. I'm not sure how. Well, they're saying, the master classes, seminars, teaching. But even then, I mean, I don't know what people's financial situation is. So I am happy to see somebody making some money in this sport. God, dog, we all can't be broke over here. Can somebody make some money? This sport. Let me stop. I'm trying to be positive. So yeah, he's got different income sources and high cost of living area. So, but on the flip side, there's higher costs in those areas. So to be living a good life in those areas, you got to be making several hundreds of $1,000s. Much says gyms have been offering lifetime memberships for decades. Not every gym, but some gyms do. But listen, at least those other gyms been around longer than a couple years, though. Much Kingsway ain't been around for a couple months. I ain't paying no. Who gonna pay a lifetime membership for a gym that can't even stay open for a year? Nah, don't waste your money on that. Now you might as well just take private. You just take 20 private lessons with Gordon for that. You'll get your black belt. You'll get your black belt after the end of 20 lessons. That's what Moneybird should have done. Moneybird could have got his black belt in 20 easy steps. He could have got his black belt in 20 easy steps. Why did he make it hard? See if there's anything I want to talk about. We've been talking about the Brands brothers. Ooh, let me pull that out. Says, enough with the cope. They have proven year after year that they can't maximize the majority of their athletes' development. They fail to keep top of the line recruits. Their injury retention is off the charts. They seem to thrive in the slightest by the level of recruits they get, the toughness of the room, and the morsel of aging success that carries over onto the few athletes who adapt. Of course, they mentioned Spencer Lee. Are you all still going to sit on the last hope, the one last hope of success story, or move on and welcome in a staff who can get the job done and build the dynasty back from scratch? I'll say one thing: if the Brands brothers were coaching football, they would have been gone. Someone says, when Iowa or the Brands decide they are done with the other, Iowa needs to go for a modern take, just like Oklahoma State did with David Taylor. Get a big name that knows what it needs to take to win, like Burrows, Dakes, Lee, Snyder. Not Snyder. Who put Snyder on there? No, Snyder can't coach. Get him out of here. He got caught with his pants down and single it out. He can't coach. Someone not averse to the modern sports science, competition peaking, rule sets, and training styles. Or just skip the big names and get a coach that is good and intelligent enough to do it right. Ultimately, empires are meant to fall. Oklahoma State had its time. Iowa State had its time. Iowa had its time. And at present, it's Penn State. Penn State will fall like all the others, and someone else will take a turn. Wrestling needs more competitive. We need more competition in wrestling, collegiate wrestling. Virginia Tech is a counterpoint, though. Robbie was a really good wrestler, but has made a much bigger name as a coach and evidently a hell of a recruiter. Someone says, has Virginia Tech won a national title under Robbie? Iowa's goal is not to get close to doing it or get a placement trophy. Iowa's goal is to win every year. Virginia Tech will contend for a title within the next couple years. That's true. Well, you can thank Iowa for some of that, at least as much as anyone else. The sport has become severely unbalanced, and PSU is unbeatable for the foreseeable future. Can't lay all the blame for that on the other team's coaches. Brent Metcalf and Tony Ramos would be big enough. Askren may never be able to be on the mat again with his transplant, sadly, so I will be all for bringing in those two. We talking so much about these guys, man. I'm tired of the Brands brothers. Would you guys rather train with the Brands brothers or train with Ecological? What would you guys rather do? that would be a serious question right there. Train judo? Yeah, CP's right. We're training judo. Let's switch over. We're gonna watch a little bit of Daisy Fresh. Give my voice a break.
The support system we have here, we may not have the fanciest things, but I've learned so much about life and being a better person. And sometimes I just feel like the jiu-jitsu is just an extra bonus on top of being a part of this.
And I rolled it over, and it had maggots with eating all its belly, and it burst.
Obviously, we're fucking degenerate.
Holy shit, dude.
CP, we can't handle that Wiltsy commentary. We can't handle that Wiltsy be throwing shots at everybody. Wiltsy be Wiltsy.
This is the jiu-jitsu lifestyle.
The orange chicken, man's a superpower for the brothers, man.
This is rich people food.
How you like sleeping on the mat?
We're not structurally sound right now.
This is what's important. This is how you get in shape.
I don't know. I'm just chasing a dream, I guess.
I started eating orange chicken, I think I was like 13, and we're like, this is life-changing. It's actually part of the reason I moved to Mount Vernon was because there was a Panda Express in town. I was so excited. And here's the thing about the box. The box compresses all the sauce in it, so the sauce mixes with the chicken better, and it sticks to it better. It's just better. For like almost 3 years, I saved every single fortune cookie I got from Panda Express, and I put them in a jar, or put them in a drawer, and I was gonna wait until I won a world title at black belt, and then I was gonna eat every one of them.
How many do you have in there?
I had at least 300.
Hundreds.
Because they give you 2 and 3 sometimes.
I showed you 1 year, so about 350.
Yeah.
Don't do that,
What do you
people.
end up doing with them?
Don't eat the fortune cookie.
So my ex-girlfriend threw them out when she got mad at me.
Oh, damn. Did you break up with her about that?
Yes, I did.
That's why she's the ex-girlfriend?
Yep.
I remember opening that. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you?
No, just stay out of the drawer.
Yo, that's the Brazilian. That's the most Brazilian thing you could do. Put the gi on the car. That's the most Brazilian thing you can do in jiu-jitsu. Put your gi, cause you train one time. Put the gi on the car. Let it dry. Now it's still gonna smell bad. It's gonna smell terrible. But then it's dry. You put it back on. Do another class. That's the most Brazilian CP. You know CP done that. I know CP done that a couple times.
How did you end up having a jiu-jitsu gym in a laundromat?
I actually found this place that's been empty for about, I think, like 15 years. And I messaged the guy, and he called me back $500 a month rent all day. If you can't beat that, $500 a month. We don't even have a sign for Pedigo Submission Fighting. We left that up, and that just kind of became the thing. So it's about hometown, and I like this. This is part of our hometown. It's a building that's always been here, so I don't want to change that up.
How many guys you got living in the gym right now?
So I think right now there's about 12 guys, man. Some of these guys come from the most beautiful places in the world.
CP said we did that in Atlanta, yeah.
Some of them come from the roughest places in the world, but they're all equal sleeping on the mat.
Guys are sleeping in there right now?
Sleeping right now. Let's go get them.
Let's go check it out.
Now, if you were to tell me if this was a cult or not, yeah, we used to do that in Atlanta. Now we didn't do that too often. We definitely did it when the Brazilians came around. But yeah, if you were to ask me if this was a cult or not, I would be hard pressed to disagree. Yo,
Morning, Bird.
They were down bad back then, bro.
How you like sleeping on the mats?
I like it. Sometimes it's a little bit rough.
Yeah.
You know, like after practice, you can feel a little bit sore, and it'd be nice to go back to a bed and wash and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty nice.
Winds are rough. My man drinking an energy drink first thing in the morning.
Man, look at all these medals up there. There's a bucket over there full of probably like over. Yeah, there's a bunch of pan no gis and stuff.
50 pans and bullets medals that we still need to put up.
Yeah,
it's like stacked this high.
One side of the gym's electricity only works, so like, I don't know, this whole side doesn't, so we attach an extension lead from like behind Andrew just there near the metal. See that thing like sticking out? And that goes all the way around the side of the building to there, and it connects to the fan, and then it connects to the speaker, and it connects to the clock.
This whole building. Yeah, these people in this building, bro. I know that they had some violations somewhere. Some kind of code should have kicked in over there.
The timer, and this is the roof. There's 2 holes. There's one on this side. One time we were smelling this funky smell, and we just didn't know what it was. And
one night, so this is like a year or 2 back. At this time, we had, it was during the summer.
I jumped up and I ran up there and I smelled the air vents down the roof, and I was like, what is this?
And they just hear, boom.
So like I crouched and I ran across the beam and I got to like the middle, and then I looked.
Right here, the raccoon falls through the ceiling.
And then there was this raccoon that was dead.
Right, literally next to the guys, like nearly on top of them.
And I rolled it over, and it had maggots eating all its belly, and it burst. And then I smelt it, and I nearly passed out, and I stepped on the roof, and it just went boom.
He chased it into that corner, and then it scurried up and went through.
Oh, it left through another
It
hole.
ran and got through another hole and went outside.
Well, allegedly, I ran up the train tracks and just threw it in the trash.
And to be clear, this is different from the dead raccoon with the maggots.
Yeah, completely different. That was not a raccoon.
It was a possum.
That was a possum. He gets his rodents marsupials confused all the time.
You like how they sent the Australian up there to get it, right?
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, he was not scared at all.
Of course, they do that stuff.
Listen, Australians, I've never seen an Australian scared. Did people donate money to these guys? I think so. I'm sure. I think Show Your Roll and some other people did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did it much. I don't know how much they gave them or who the money went to.
Up there, covered in guts and all kinds of stuff. He didn't care.
It was disgusting. It was wild. And then this is where we have all the kickboxing gloves.
There's 14,000 people, I believe, in Mount Vernon, so it's pretty small. You know what I mean? I think when people see all of the success that we had, I think that everyone thinks we're from Chicago, you know, being from Illinois. As for a town, it's a tough place, man, but it's a good place. Amazing place to raise kids, and obviously the best place to have a jiu-jitsu gym in the United States, in my opinion. It's tough being like a non-Brazilian because like we recently won the Novice Worlds. When this happens, people, they want there to be like a Gracie name or a Brazilian name attached to that. When they see me, you know, they see like this white dude from the Midwest, they want to know like, oh, who are you attached to and what,
Yeah, like you can't be the top guy. There's got to be some reason that somebody else is showing you the stuff.
Exactly. I think that's something that really has to change for our sport too, and it will with time, of course. It's still a baby sport, you know what I mean?
So when you started training there, I'd imagine there was no jiu-jitsu here, right?
No jiu-jitsu, man. So the closest jiu-jitsu spot was over in St. Louis. My brother and I started in like 1994, 95.
Most places didn't have jiu-jitsu. Most big cities didn't.
No, most places didn't. So we actually started, we bought VCR tapes. We watched the first UFC in '93. We just started training, man, and we did the moves and we like trained in the grass. And I mean, literally, we trained in the grass. We would just get anyone that we could to train with us, teach like any of the local kids or guys that wanted to train or weren't doing anything. I would pay them to let me do moves on them, you know, and like practice with them. So that's kind of how we got our thing going.
So started off drilling techniques in the grass, literally in the grass.
Literally in the grass, actually about 3 blocks from here. So Rodrigo Vaghi, he's over in St. Louis, and I went and just trained with him, and I did all my belts from white to black through him. Once I got my blue belt, Rodrigo worked out a deal with me. I got to move back to Mount Vernon, and I started pedigo submission fighting here. And then we just built, you know, this here. ESF on 3, 1, 2, 3. ESF! Thanks, guys.
Here comes our boy, Marshall.
To start off, explain a little bit who you are, where you're from, your story, and how you ended up out here in Mount Vernon.
I lived in a shed that my dad built for a whole year.
We had to drive to the ferry boat every day just to get to school.
Heath called me, and he gave me hands down the best sales pitch I've ever heard.
How did your brother end up following you down here?
So I tricked him and I lied to him. I told him he'd meet some girls. So he's like, you fucking liars.
So he drove from Michigan to here to meet some girls?
He took a bus. He took a Greyhound bus, and it was 32 hours.
I didn't choose to become a world champion. He made me.
40 milligrams of caffeine. Well, I'm from Australia. I was a mattress salesman. I was earning $80,000 to $100,000 a year. I wore nice brown dress shoes that I saved up. I paid $200 for. I honestly couldn't even tell you what was going through my mind to move to the other side of the world. To be honest, it was just like a, let's see what happens, I think, kind of thing.
Hey, I don't do it for the people. I don't do it for the clout.
Australians crazy, bro. Mush, we gotta go to Australia, Mush. I'm bringing Mush with me. We need to go to Australia. We're going to box some kangaroos down there. We got some brothers in Australia. Let's do it, Mush. Come on, man. We got to do it before the Olympics, though. Oh, no. He got 2028. Maybe after the Olympics. We might have to do that after the Olympics. Can't have Mush getting hurt by a kangaroo. You know how embarrassing that would be?
I do it for the comfortability.
I got my bachelor's of fine arts. It's like drawing, painting, graphic design. I was going through like a rough patch in my life and stuff, so I just wanted to get out of town. Heath like called me and was like, hey, why don't you just come down here to Mount Vernon and stay with me for 2 weeks in the gym, and if it's not what you want to do, I'll help you move to California.
So I wanted to go to school, be a pilot, and was doing this whole program with the Marine Corps, and then I saw this fucking janky looking dude with this like dirty shit gi, you know, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew.
And he was just killing everyone, man. I was like, man, who are these guys?
Just pet it down, shake it out.
I'm from Droid City. It's in Corinth. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Droid City?
I grew up, I had like raccoons as pets, and we lived in the middle of nowhere. So me and my brother, we just beat each other up in the grass. But whenever I heard about this place, I wish I'd heard about it 5 years or so before.
The last time I was here, a lady showed up trying to do laundry while you guys are training. How often does that happen?
3 times a week.
3 times a week someone comes here trying to do laundry.
Usually in the day, and we see him pull up and we just stop at the door and just go, it's no longer.
How far, does anyone ever
If
make
they were
it all the
smart,
way
they
in?
would have had a laundromat attached to there.
Yeah.
They always cuss us because they change the sign.
Heath, have you considered putting a washing machine that takes coins in here and making a little money on the side?
So I thought about that, but unfortunately we have one tiny water pipe. There's only cold water in here, so I'm negative on that. But that's a good idea. Maybe we should do like a half and half.
Yeah.
I like that.
The gym might actually make money.
Yeah.
We're the laundromat. It's actually called Chesterfield's
Doesn't
Apartments.
look like a laundromat. It's an apartment building.
Yeah, it's an apartment complex. We come here because the laundromat's more expensive.
But anybody live here?
Any of the guys from the gym?
Yeah.
No. No.
I just fill up both of my hands. This is a laundry detergent. Yeah. All right, it works. Yeah, it's soap. It's soap. I mean.
People, please. That reminds me, I need to wash my no-gi stuff. Please wash your gear, please, with some soap. The laundry detergent, not soap, not hand soap. Put that laundry detergent in there. You guys might need a little bit of vinegar in there too, though.
It smells better than not having soap.
That's terrible.
From the ladies. Come back up. That's not as much as mine. Yeah. Then after you turn it on, you just wash
That's terrible, bro.
See how they put this?
They put that there to stop us.
Because I would come and I'd get all the quarters.
I put all my laundry and I put all the quarters back in. And yeah, that lasted for about 2 months. Yeah, it was really good. How many gis you guys own?
Oh, dude, I don't really know if like it's what we own. We use each other's gears so much, like
It's like a community.
Most of our clothes and our gears and basically everything we have is like a mutual sharing. Like it's just because we spend every day.
You know
with
they be
each
sharing
other.
girls over there too.
Yeah, man, we don't really spend
Pause
too much.
on
We
me.
keep it simple and we share so much shit that it's like really easy to keep up with it. You know, like sometimes like 1 week I won't have
Lysol
money.
laundry
And he will because he works.
Well, that
and then
wasn't
other
no
weeks,
that
like,
was
I
no
get paid
Lysol
for
laundry
food for wrestling and
sanitizer.
I'll
That
pay
was
for it.
How's
hand
everybody get money to
sanitizer.
eat?
I don't know. Dude, I have no idea how we end up with money. Sometimes Heath helps us, you know, because obviously we're fucking degenerates. I don't actually have insurance because it costs like, if you're over here, you have to get insurance for the length of your visa, and my length of my visa is 2 years for my school. So if I get an insurance, it's gonna cost me like $1,500.
He's gonna lose a tooth, and we're gonna put a
Yeah,
chiclet in.
fuck it. That's it. That's the magic. Every single day we do the same thing. Come in here and buy the same drinks, the same stuff. We practice the same way and do the same shit.
You want to come in real quick? Just one of my boys. He owns a barber shop uptown from back in the school. What's up, brother? We sit in for a second?
Oh, yeah, you sit here.
Yeah, this is Ronzo. He's the owner of Cutting It Up here.
Why would you bring it? Why are you? Now, let me stop. Let the Ball brothers go. My Ball brothers can go to the barber shop too. Let them go get their beard lined up. Why do you, I was like, why are you taking them to the barber shop? You trying to say something?
Hey, you're looking sharp, man. You're looking sharp.
That's it.
No doubt, sir. half the head's looking sharp.
Around what time did you guys start having success on the major IBJJF tournament?
Where we really started like killing it is 2014 and 15 is when we really started having guys like win adult colored belt world titles. That was when Andrew Wiltsey, so when he came onto the scene, he won Pans and Worlds at white. And there was this kid that was from Gracie Baja at the time that Andrew went with, and he was like, you know, like sponsored by Show You Roll, and he was like the golden boy. He just got in his blue belt. And Andrew comes out in Pans, and he annihilates this guy, man, and he's got that gray gi. So everybody comes around, and that's when we met Orlando Sanchez. He calls Bear from Show You Roll, and we built this amazing relationship with them.
I thought they're fucking wild. They're like literally fucking insane. Like they're crazy. Like it's like, but it's pure, you know. And I think that's what's missed. It's just like there's just like a whole mix of like different people in like an environment, and that ecosystem that Heath has built. It's like uncensored, unfiltered, and it's real, you know. And I think that's what's special. And like for me, that's like, if anytime our brand can associate with authentic environments, like.
Show You Roll. Show You Roll. We see you sponsoring all the Blue Belt girlies. We see you, Show You Roll.
I'll take that any day over a 10-time world champion at black belt.
There's only a handful of 10-time black belt world champions.
We
What could he
got
be talking
second
about?
place at the No-Gi Pans, 5 or 6 years back with such a tiny crew that, it was like blowing people's minds. So then people started catching on. Like, first we won the Novice Pans, and then we won the Novice World. So people talk shit, and they're like, oh man, they're winning white belt shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's important to me. Now I have a set of blue belt killers that are winning, and the purple belts are starting to shoot. In 5 years, we'll have every belt, and we'll be running shit.
Yeah.
It just takes time. Someone told us recently at No-Gi Pans, damn man, when I saw that I had someone from Pedigo Submission Fighting, I already know, even if I win, I'm gonna be fucked up after. They know our guys are gonna come, they're gonna bring it, you know what I mean?
We are in Hardee's. Sometimes in the winter, when it's too cold in the gym, the guys will actually just come sit in here for hours, just to like get feeling back in their toes.
Yeah, I remember the first time I came here like 3 years ago when it was just you and Bird. You guys were broke, whatever, at the time, and you were like, yeah, we don't got any money for toilet paper. You got to go to Hardee's.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while.
So thanks, Hardee's. Shout out to Hardee's for supporting the PSF crew.
Not calling the cops on us when Adam would steal the toilet paper and stuff.
Yo, Hardy's kept them going. Where do they shower? Or do they shower?
Blue belt, you're going to be in for a scrap. You better be ready to go. Why is that? It's because of their training. It's just because of the environment of their gym. There's no bullshit. There's nothing bright. There's nothing flashy there. The tenacity and the pace that every single kid is going to put on you there is intense. And a lot of time with a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms, you don't experience that.
We've probably had 200 people come here and leave. So here's the thing. It's like a match every time. I mean, there are no easy days in the gym. You compete how you train, plain and simple. And that's all there is to it.
Whoa. Greg Souders came up with that. Pedigo. Greg Souders came up with that. No, he did. Greg Souders made it sound like he invented that. I think everybody's training like they compete, or trying to emulate that. But let me keep playing it.
So I think when they get there, they're just not used to that intensity, and they don't give themselves the chance, or they're not tough enough, and they kind of disappear.
They don't have much food, they don't have anything. So getting used to taking care of yourself while being like physically destroyed at the same time, that's something that takes a while to get over. Not to mention the weather
Yeah. Brutally hot summers, frigid, sub-zero temperatures during the winter.
You guys in the gym might as well be outside, right? Like,
correct.
You're like camping in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's times where me and George slept in the gym with sleeping bags, ski masks over our face, and it's -7 degrees. And that's one of the things I think a lot of people leave. They miss their old, comfortable lives.
I think the toughest people in the world are from the Midwest. How tough can you be when it's 75 degrees all year round? When you don't know about fucking 5 foot of snow, when you don't know about blistering summers, how tough can you really be?
Yeah.
So I think that breeds people to have that mindset to just, never give up.
Project Mayhem, yeah.
Those guys in California, they have it easy. They
got
wake
it.
up. They're comfortable. They don't have to heat up their hands just to fucking grab something. Or they're not waking up and it's 110 degrees in the gym. They didn't sleep in that. Being content and comfortable is a killer of any career. You need something to push yourself. You need something to want. No one wants to live in a gym that's fucking 0 degrees. No one wants to live in 110 degrees, but it's what makes you fucking tough.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you need to disinfect that, bro. Disinfect that.
Is this pretty normal?
Disinfect that, bro. You're gonna get something on Nomad.
That pace is, yeah. Probably need stitches on that.
You probably have to glue that.
Nah, you need stitches.
It's wide.
Don't keep rolling. Get off the mat.
That's just part of training full time. You go hard. Sometimes bad shit happens.
But that was Iowa. Keep training. Your eyeball falling off, your eyelid falling off. Keep training.
Holy shit, dude. That's bad as fuck.
There is injuries when you train full time. It's a combat sport, you know what I mean?
Not like
go
that.
hard and it just happens. We'll get him fixed up, no worries. He'll be back training tonight.
He'll be back training
So I was
tonight.
rolling with George. We're going our normal pace, which is about 100% the whole time. I think I got like 6 advantages for near passes and near back chases. I went for a leg drag where I picked him up off the ground and spun him, and then we fell down.
Oh, he hit it.
I headbutt his bald, shiny, extremely sharp head, and this is what happened. So now we're gonna go get this stitched up. I wanted to keep training, but he told me no. I rolled with Alejandro again, and then he yelled at me and told me to stop.
Yeah, stop.
Living in the gym, you don't have a legal address, really. You can't put that down on a medical card, and you can't get food stamps. I couldn't get my license renewed when it expired when I turned 21, because you have to have proof of address, and you don't get bills at the gym or anything that they would accept.
Bro.
So it's just, there's little inconveniences to being in the gym that people don't really think about. Look at that, there's alcohol bottles right outside of the clinic, and there's glass shards everywhere. This will be cool. I lived in Drummond Island, Michigan for 10 years. The weather gets down to like -20, -30. I was going to sleep with a full snowmobile suit on, the winter gloves, winter hat, and like 3 blankets on top of me, and 2 dogs for warmth.
So living in the gym is nothing compared to that.
Living in the gym, no, it wasn't that bad for me at all when I first moved in. Heath called me. He said, "You're just spinning your wheels up there, man. You have natural talents. You train really hard, but no one's showing you anything. I want you to come move down, and I want you to give me 1 year of 100% dedication. Just everything you have, every day."
Join the
Big guy
cult.
came in, man,
Multi,
he was
join
like
the
a
cult.
wild man, dude. He's like slamming people and doing flips and being crazy. And I remember we had a guy named Miguel, and Miguel had won the Worlds as a white belt the year before, and he tapped Andrew 5 times in the 2 minutes. And Andrew asked me, "What am I doing wrong?" And I said, "Man, you're not breaking the grips." And I remember that night I came back, I was working nights then, and I came back at 3 in the morning, and Andrew was up. And he was breaking his brother's grip, and his brother's hands were bleeding. I mean, the skin was gone. And that was the beginning of Andrew Wiltsey, man. That's what he does. That's what he is, man. He sees the move, he gets it, he drills it, he drills it.
I've done 10,000 grip breaks. I tore all the skin off the back of my neck. It was bleeding, blood literally just trickling down, so I would like take tape over it and stuff. Same thing all on my ankles from stripping grips. They made it so I can start breaking people's grips with one hand though.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never regretted doing a 10,000 because those moves stay with you forever. You go from being, okay, you have an okay closed guard armbar, to now you have a world-class closed guard armbar. If I'm waiting till I'm a brown belt to get good, that's too long. You know, I need to be good now. I need to beat these guys now, and they need to keep beating them. So you've got to do stuff like that. I'm always thinking about jiu-jitsu basically all the time.
That's Aiken right there.
If you go home to your comfortable life and you start thinking about other stuff, that actually takes away from your performance. You know, you have to give and take somewhere, and I'd rather be hungry than lose to someone in a tournament. Clearly, jiu-jitsu is going to be my life. You know, if I break my leg in half, I'll roll with one leg. You know, if I break my neck and I'm a paraplegic and I genuinely...
Guys, you know, we all crazy when we young. Mush can probably confirm that. We all do crazy things when we're young. But listen, where is he at? Like, you know, you're young, you're like, I'm all in, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Things change over time. As you get older, you might not be you're not cool with the same people you used to be cool with. You can't train the same way you used to train. You can't have cuts and bruising and arm broken, leg broken. You can't. When you're that age, you can do that. But as you get older, things change, your priorities change. So, you know, take care of your health. I feel like I don't hear nobody. You ever hear Mendez brothers? They don't tell you to take care of your health. Does Dana here tell you to take care of your health? Does Gordon tell you to take care of your health? Craig might have said something. I feel like I'm the only person on here. I'm like, hey, man, take it easy. Take care of your health. Rehab. Do everything. Do your physical therapy. Do that. I be saying, hey, man, take it easy, man. I don't hear nobody else saying that. But I see people like this that were gung ho, and then things change. They not even. Wiltsy probably don't even train jiu-jitsu like he used to no more. So I just, you know, just be careful out here, man.
When they can't train, I'm always going to appreciate the fact that I got to be part of something like that. Yeah. I got to be part of the team that changed my life. For the rest of my life, I'm not going to be the same. I'm never going to regret doing that. Yeah, everyone talks about jiu-jitsu lifestyle, and then they're going out and you know they're getting ice baths, or they're going and getting those cryo chambers, and their sponsor, they're getting their necks rubbed by masseuses, and no, this is the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. You're always hurt. You're always dealing with injuries, you know, torn knees, herniated discs, broken fingers, joints that don't work anymore. You know, they used to close. Now they're like little claws. So this is the real jiu-jitsu lifestyle. It's grindy. I've got a herniated disc in my neck, a tear in my elbow. I've got my AC ligaments almost torn off on both my shoulders.
Jesus Christ.
I've got a tear in my knee right now. I've had my knees sprain and pop really bad, broken toes, broken fingers. I've had this elbow almost broken in half in an arm bar. What haven't I hurt is a better question.
Well, this is the first time you're getting stitches.
It's not the first time I've needed stitches. It's the first time I'm getting stitches.
Dang. Flow grappling paid for those stitches.
They gave me a tetanus shot.
No, they fucking.
Yes, they did. And I was like, no, that fucking thing's gonna hurt.
You didn't get hit with a fucking pipe.
They said, when was the last time you had it? And I said, no.
You rose pretty quick. You went from, like, when I first saw you at local tournaments as white belt to, like, not very long after winning majors as a blue belt. Like,
it was really cool, man. Every tournament I assumed I was going to lose. I was going to run into the guy that was actually good, and he was going to beat me, because for the first 3 years, I just thought I sucked, but everyone else sucked more, you know, which is true. My technique is never, like, it took a long time for me to get to be technical. I used to just be aggressive and fast, and the things that I did with 100% confidence. So I would go as hard as I could every round, and then people aren't ready for that. They assume I'm going to play the jiu-jitsu game, where we grip fight, and, you know, you grab me, I grab you, and all this stuff. And I just didn't know it. You know, I didn't know how to pass lasso or de la hiva, so I just wouldn't let them get me in those positions because I knew I'd be stuck. So I would just jump into the air, throw their legs to the side, and it would work, because they weren't ready for it.
this is Purple Belt No-Gi Worlds. You beat Ronaldo there. Ronaldo just won Brown Belt Worlds, and he won everything at Brown Belt, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it motivate you to know that all these guys, like Bergina, Tainan, Ronaldo, all these guys that you were right there with are tearing up at Black Belt, that, like, you know, you can go and do that too. You can go win ADCC
I think I'm 100% for sure going to end up winning a Black Belt title, at least in the no-gi. I don't think they're doing anything that much different than me. I think they've got a little bit of an advantage in that they train with other Black Belt world champions all the time, so they're used to a certain amount of pressure, and then I have to. I have to just go as hard as I can every roll to kind of recreate that for myself. But I think that sometimes they're a little bit spoiled, and I'm definitely not fucking spoiled.
Yeah. You've been offered fights in other countries before and stuff, in tournaments, and you cannot get a passport.
I can't. I told you a little bit about my parents. I wasn't delivered in a hospital. My dad delivered me in my house. So then there was something wrong with my birth certificate. It's like not a raised seal or not enough witnesses. Something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
So they rejected it, and then they asked me when we reapplied for my newspaper announcement from California, and we found it eventually and we reapplied. And then they said it didn't work because it said Baby Andrew instead of my full name.
All right.
All right, now we're getting annoyed. So then they wanted my grade school transcripts from fucking kindergarten and elementary school from a school that burned down in California.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of Illinois. This isn't that easy for me to find. So on one of the California trips, we actually went out there and tried to find it, and we found it. And then my birth certificate got stolen because someone accidentally took the envelope that had it, and then it's just been gone. So now I have to reapply for my birth certificate.
Oh wow.
Where do you? Man, so you basically just don't even exist. You get no
need a
birth
lawyer.
certificate. You get
You just commit crimes. They can't.
Yeah.
They got DNA.
My
though.
mom and my dad are interesting people.
Yeah.
This is not. I'm not kidding at all. Our parents raised us, telling us that we were wizards and that we had magical powers. That our parents owned a crystal store out in California.
Okay, now that's man, that's wild. That's some wild, crazy stuff right there. Dang, that's some crazy stuff. Somebody always got there's always somebody with a more difficult life or circumstances than you, and that seems pretty difficult circumstance in my opinion.
And they would have these big group meetings around this big crystal, and they would pray for world peace, and they would tell us that they saved Australia from the wildfires, doing these chants, and that dark wizards were casting spells on us, and that's why they were hanging things up everywhere. They would tell us they'd find chicken feet from wires, and that was them trying to cast dark magic spells on us. And then for the store, they would tell us that we need to have a good day at the store, so we need you guys to focus and manifest people coming in and stuff like that. And we were 5, so we're like, hell yeah, I have magic powers. There's this blue stone, it's called angelite. It's made, you find it mostly in Peru. It's a blue fucking rock. Okay. And our mom believes that she has cured cancer with it. So she asked Heath, because we kept getting hurt one time, just bad luck. And she said, Heath, I'm gonna send you this package, okay? It's like a pestle and mortar and the rocks. Okay, she told him, I want you to grind up into a powder, and I want you to wait until the boys are sleeping, and I want you to go into their room and sprinkle it in their mouths, because I know they're not using the rock, they're always hurt online, and I also want you to take some and hide it under their mattress.
So then you did that?
Yeah.
For the common good, for the betterment of the Wiltsey brothers.
I think he told her, Kathy, I think that's illegal.
Man. Bush said there was some different type of rocks. Now they got enough money for a PC though?
I built that computer. I used to play really high level competitive Halo in high school. Shit like that. So now we have a problem. When I'm turning this on, the graphics card, it might be fried.
I hope flograppling gave them a couple coins for this.
It's kind of a way to unwind, read books, just a way to relax in between the hard training competitions.
But at the end of the day, you have to have something that makes life worth living. Okay, so it's I get super insanely obsessed with jiu-jitsu at times, to where I'm training for 8-9 hours a day, and when I'm not training, I'm watching film, and I'm thinking about it when I'm going to sleep, and I'm just running moves through my head all the time. If you're not careful, you can burn out. It's you have to have something that makes it worth it. Like a hobby. Jiu-jitsu is not my hobby; it's my job. And I say that. I really like jiu-jitsu, but it's a career for me. Playing games, building computers. I love dog training. I used to have a dog. Stuff like that. That's your hobby. That's what takes the pressure off you.
That childhood dream. Just train hard, compete, then play video games, read all day.
I was actually going to be an author. In high school, I got a 32 on my English ACT, and I got a perfect score on my essay. And I was going to go to college as an English major.
You should have just
and
done
then
that.
I just happened to become a professional martial artist, which is
You should have just done that, bro.
But it's still a passion of mine. I like to read. I like to write. People get this image of like high-level jiu-jitsu guys. They kind of think we're brutes. When I think at the highest level, a lot of the guys are very smart.
What kind of computer is this, bro?
Break down technique and understand the nuance.
That look like a supercomputer.
Successful at past a certain point.
Look at that computer.
Like brown belt, athleticism.
Look at the wires running off that. I ain't never seen I need one of those computers for my live stream. Look at that. That is a supercomputer. Mush. They had a couple brothers over there too, Mush. Like one or two.
Is not really gonna cut it because everyone's athletic.
Look at that computer though.
That's called fucking victory. Oh man, I was starting to get nervous. I was gonna sweat because I was so nervous, and that would tear the glue out. So it's a good thing we got this shit going. We are not structurally sound right now, so.
You have a bum knee, I have a gash foot.
Yeah, this is not.
There we go.
Cheesy vegetables are still the #1 way to go.
Cheesy vegetables, can't go wrong there.
I have some lightly roasted buttery potatoes, which have 240 calories.
Sounds good.
Man, I followed Woodsy during that breakdown. It was terrible to witness.
Is this all microwavable stuff?
All stuff you can
Say a prayer for him, bro.
Cook it,
Yeah, this all looks good.
Say a prayer for him, bro.
We didn't used to do this though. This is rich people food. This shit is not as cheap as ramen and stuff. We couldn't used to afford this. Now we have.
Yeah, but years ago you guys were on, literally on food stamps at one point.
Literally on food stamps.
Yeah,
I was lucky we were eating like kings at the time.
Who are you cooking for?
This is me and Spatch.
You guys take turns?
Yeah.
What do you see other people cooking besides you? Like what other stuff do people cook?
A lot of the stuff that you can steam in a bag that's already ready.
Yeah, say a prayer for him. That look like that's how they be cooking in prison.
There's always oats around.
I'm born in New York, so I can get away with bringing pizza as my dish.
How many hours do you have to spend doing this?
Oh man, I would say about 8 to 10 a week, if I could give you like the best estimate. But sometimes after training, your brain's just dead, so I can't do this stuff. But I usually try to do it at least on the lighter days.
Look, this kid's smart. The Australian kid, he like, I'm just enjoying myself for about a year or two. I'm gonna go to school. He was smart. Now the other people, I don't think they were smart.
You know what I mean? Otherwise your brain just gets fried. I ain't no Maki Musumeci, that's for sure.
Rotisserie. You try to keep it as plain as possible when you get closer. It's the condiments and all that stuff that
Spatchy,
Oreos and stuff.
hit me with some rice.
That's more his
I got your plate here.
Oh, you're not gonna cook the spinach? You eat the spinach raw? Badass.
I'm too lazy for that.
You put a little dressing or a little barbecue just to make it wet.
Barbecue on the spinach.
It's just easiest.
Out of everybody that's here now, who's the best?
I think Spatchy's the best cook. He has all these, what I call eating disorders. I don't even know what they really are. Since everything will kill him, he has to know everything about food.
I don't think it's an eating disorder. I think eating disorder is like...
Yeah, eating disorder is when you're like, yeah. He has an eating, he's like an allergy. He's allergic to gluten.
He's disabled. And so he's learned a lot about food because of it.
That's a brother right there, Mush. You missed it.
All right, so how many pots of pan?
I man had the orange soda.
One. That's close.
Who loves orange soda? Oh, wait. That looked like some fancy food right there.
That's close.
Got the pasture raised. Okay, the butter. Oh, got Kroger eggs. Never mind. The turkey. $2.29 turkey. Yeah, I've had some meals like that. You know what we should do? Maybe not. In the future, I want to add some cooking to the show. You know, a little bit of cooking. I'm not the best cook, but I think that would be pretty interesting. See what the jiu-jitsu guys be cooking.
It's just like the bathroom. You know, you can only go one person at a time.
We got one of the homies, Chef Angie. He's on YouTube. He's pretty popular on YouTube. We gotta do a collab with Chef Angie. Chef Alex Struggle Mill. Yeah, I eat okay. Why you gotta put Struggle Mill in there? Yo. I know the live stream ain't picking up, but man, we ain't struggling that bad.
Going to this lifestyle, to living in a jiu-jitsu gym with 10 other guys, like what are some of the adjustments you had to make?
Dude, I like it because it's real similar to being like the
You gonna have us
military.
struggle meals.
It's like basically the same thing as going out there. You're just like crammed in a room full of guys, and it's like everything's super primitive. You know, the way you got to cook, sleep, and eat. And here it's like that. It's like being on deployment all the time though, because it's fucking just, you know, we're training all day. And for me, it wasn't too much of an adjustment. Like I like it a lot. Like the way
Hot
it
sauce
is
and
right
ketchup,
now.
you pretty much good.
Like kind of shitty and gritty, and you know.
Sharing the same stuff every single day, like he said, it forms a bond that's different. It forms an emotional bond that I'm not sure that anything else can have. You know, it's like when dudes go into the army and they do all that stuff together. They come out and they're together for life.
I was in a bad place when I got here. It's probably one of the lowest points of my life, and I just didn't know what to do with myself. And I learned so much about myself as a person. To me, the jiu-jitsu and everything here is just a bonus.
I'd never found something that was like as addictive as jiu-jitsu was. Like I finally found like the thing that I wanted to do all day, every day. And then I met these guys, and then I finally, you know, felt like I found my home, the place where I belong.
You know what sucks is we have to check these for brown recluses. We have so many brown recluses in the gym that they get under their sheet sometimes, and you have to like make sure that they don't crawl out on the bed while you're on it.
You've seen them before?
Yeah, they're
literally 2 days ago.
Those things are dangerous, right?
Yeah.
What happens if one of those things bites you?
It fucks you up.
Oh man, I've been here all day.
No, they're not that bad here.
Yeah. Just trying to make me feel better.
Yeah, you're right. Like I said, a lot of, especially, I feel like Mush can relate. Mush said, you know, that youthful zeal, and you know, when you're young, you go all in on things, and you're not thinking things through. And I made bad decisions because I was pursuing jiu-jitsu. Some things I wish I should have done that instead of doing this. But in their cases, they were really. You know, I'm not saying they were wasting their best years, but you do want to set yourself up a little bit in that youth, though. You know, look at the Australian kid. Didn't I say he was the smartest? But that's why you need. I don't know why Pedigo was telling them, hey, come over here and live on the mat for a year or two. The Australian kid was the smartest one. He's like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna go to school too. So. I see this, especially now, kids are going, look at all the AOJ kids. Like, what kind of future are they going to have? Like, okay, maybe you become Tainan, but I can assure you that there's only one Tainan. There's only one Tainan. And now, how many other people were started around the same time as Tainan and kept competing as a kid and were doing good, but now they're doing something completely different? Or look at Jessica Khan. You remember Jessica Khan? That's with Zach Kaina. She won Worlds. I think she was done. She was like, all right, I'm done with this. Mush said he glad he's got his degree. Yeah, well, that was smart on you, Mush. And I'm not saying it's a backup plan, but you need to have other things going for yourself. You can't just have jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu don't pay enough. But even if you were playing football or soccer or whatever sport, I don't care what sport you're doing, you need some other stuff to fall back on. You need other interests. You need your life. Life is, you know, you got to have other stuff in your life, bro. What happened to Eddie Bravo's Chinese black belt? Oh, what was that girl's name? She's not Chinese, is she? She's still in she in PA, 10th Planet. Yeah, she Bethlehem or something, I think. I can't remember her name. She's still around somewhere. She's been pretty quiet though. Like I said, you might be all in on jiu-jitsu, but 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you think some of these guys ain't training no more. Some of these guys can't train. They too jacked up. So you need to you of course, you know, you want to go all in on your interests, your hobbies, your passions. You know, I'm not saying don't go all in, but have other stuff working in your favor. Shit, I would have gone to graduate school. Fuck this, screw this jiu-jitsu crap. I would have had some big money, bro. Screw this jiu-jitsu crap. Yeah, I probably would have gone to graduate school. I would have been a PhD or something, bro. I could have been doing some science or something. Something cool. Now I'm over here streaming. Which is cool too. I definitely would have gone back. Yeah, Grace Gundrum, something like that. Yeah, I definitely would have stayed in school and got a PhD or something. Made a lot more money. At least in the maybe short term or long term. I'm not sure which one. I mean, you can still do jiu-jitsu, and it's not too late. I think it is too late. For me, it is. I can't sit and study like I used to. Some of that stuff, at least with like what I was studying, you need your brain need to be fresh. I could go maybe a different field though. Maybe in an alternate timeline. But that's why it's so important when you're young, when you're these guys' age, you do that stuff, you know. And you can always quit. That's the most important thing. You can always quit something later. But some of these guys, you know, they didn't start off like with the best footing. Like the Wiltsy bros, they're I'm not saying it's bad luck who the parents they got, but you know, the parents didn't help them too much with, you know, the whole no certification, no birth certificate, nothing. But yeah, I'm just hoping the future kids are listen to us. You know, I'm thinking of kids like AOJ or Atos or somewhere like, hey, you know, you love jiu-jitsu, but listen, have some other backups. Make sure you go to school, do or some type of craft or something. Learn something outside of jiu-jitsu just for your own safety. And you know, sometimes you, especially like, I want to say like you do the colored belts, you know, all the lower belts. Okay, you like, I love this, but then you get the black belt. Black belt ain't the same as other belts. It's hard to explain. Like competition black belt competition is a little bit different. And even when you win, sometimes you still struggle. Like I know some people, I know some black belt world champions, they still gotta teach, and you know, they be frustrated with the classes and stuff. So your life don't just magically get better because you're winning tournaments or you're doing this professionally. So I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but yeah, try not to end up like these guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Try your best not to end up like these kids.
So the cool thing about living in the gym is that like we have our boys here. They're all just like hanging out, chilling, eating, talking about nonsense. Andrew's playing video games. He's talking to whoever playing video games. He's messaging somebody, and then these guys over here, you know, they're just.
Now I want to say, this is for all my jiu-jitsu competitors out there. You guys don't be using your time efficiently. This is what, 4 or 5 years ago? 4 years ago. Jiu-jitsu people, you guys don't be using your time efficiently. So you guys be playing video games. You don't be making content. Yeah, they don't be making no content. They be playing video. They be wasting time playing video games. Man, you motherfuckers, you could be making content, live streaming. You can live stream you playing games. They don't film no instructionals. Now that's one issue I got with jiu-jitsu people right now. They don't be making no content, and they be complaining when these YouTubers be working harder than the athletes. Now I understand athletes, you tired, sore, exhausted, brain. You know, when you train too much, your brain don't be working properly. But listen, you gotta be working hard on the mat and off the mat. If you lazing around like this, you guys need to be making some content. Film some techniques. Film some goddamn film something. Put it on your IG. Put it on your TikTok. Make a story. Do something. These guys he monetized it. Yeah. But listen, these guys over here killing themselves. He made out all right. He did good. Listen, them winning is helping him. And he'll give back. All he had to do was feed them kids and give them a place to stay. And they made money for him. And clout. He wasn't out there winning no championship. So athletes, please be smart, make some content. YouTube, Instagram, do something. Do something. Please. Don't just waste the time playing video games. Please. I know you love video games. But listen, you love video games. You know what you need to do? You need to stream you playing the video games, interacting with people, promoting yourself. Please, listen. Please promote yourself. Please put content out there. Please. Because listen, man, the sponsors don't care if you win. Yeah, show your role. Gonna give a hot blue belt or white belt girl a sponsorship over you. These tournaments are gonna put. You remember the girl we saw earlier that's gonna have a match with Helena on one championship? What tournaments did that girl win? We don't know. We don't know what tournament she won. But you know what? She posts on social media. She be dancing on social media. Athletes, if you don't listen to me and start making content, these influencers going to take your spot. And we know they suck. You know what they suck. I know they suck. But they do more work than you guys. They're putting more content out than you guys. And when they take your spot in these tournaments, at Who's Number One and some of these other tournaments, don't complain to me. Because you didn't make no content. I'm making content right now. This content. I'm going to cut this up later. And I'm going to post it on IG. I'm going to post it on something else. But you guys got to make some content out here, man. I know you want to be mysterious. I know you tired. I know things are changing, man. You got to make the content yourself. You want sponsors? Make more content. You want more super fights? Make more content. You want to be on Flow Grappling? Make more content. Everything you want to do, you got to promote yourself. You guys got to promote yourself.
They can still work on jiu-jitsu whenever they want. Like you could be on your cell phone on Instagram and you can see someone on their phone on Flow Grappling. And you see the stuff that Gordon Ryan did at the AZCs and be like, I wonder how that would work. And you can just literally at any time of the day or any time of the night, 1 in the morning, you can just say, hey, come over here, and they're already on the mat so they can work on it, just like what they're doing right now. When the brothers first moved here, Andrew would just basically abuse Bird to death.
I didn't choose to be a world champion, goddammit.
Yeah.
He made me.
He told me the quote you said, something about how you're a lover and not a fighter.
I was like fucking 10.
I was 10 years old.
So would you say you're a fighter now then, you're not a lover?
Sure, let's go with that.
If they were smart, they would.
Marshall, you just leave.
If they were smart, they would sell that show your roll. But you know, sometimes when you sign up with show your roll, they say, hey, you can't sell this gear. They make that in the contract now. When I used to be sponsored by Show Your Roll back in the day. That's how I used to make some money. I would sell that. I would wear that Show Your Roll gi one time. All right, eBay. Pew. Good money. I wish I kept that. The gis, but that was good money back in the day. Selling those Show Your Roll gis on eBay with the rubberized patches, bro. That kept me fed for a little bit.
On the mat.
Yeah, it's just easy.
With the tie pads and the pillows.
How he sleeps. He sleeps on his side.
Yeah, he can tell you.
With a tie pad in between his legs for his knees, and you'll put one under his head, and you'll
Yeah.
cover himself up.
What do you use for a blanket? Anything for that?
I got so some of the.
Don't say a gi. If you use a gi,
No, I've done that. We've done that before in the winter. Yeah,
before wrestling
done
practice.
that. Been done that. Sometimes you get like a whole dry load of laundry in the winter when you dump it on the mat.
so
It's
warm.
really nice. You just lie in it, you know.
I mean, it's not like we. No, it works. It works good.
these are tie pads that people were just using a few hours ago in the class.
Yeah.
They're still.
You gotta wash that stuff, bro. That staff. Now.
It is what it is, Mike.
Now, people, you need to wash that stuff. You know you need to wash them pads. Did they clean that floor? I can't do that. That floor dirty, the pad dirty. I ain't see nobody shower. Couldn't be me over there.
Good form, lad.
You guys share a bed every night or what?
Listen, there was one time it was so cold I did get in the sleeping bag with George just to survive.
Just for survival.
Just to live so I could survive the
Gotta
night.
do that.
It was in the negative that night. I didn't know what to do. And my feet were going numb.
You go nut to butt right quick. Yeah, you guys know front to back or what? Nut to butt.
He all up on the mat.
Front to
Oh
back or
man.
what? Nut to butt.
He all up on the mat and he gonna get in the bed. That's too dirty, bro. I'm sorry. That's too dirty for me. You too dirty. That mat look dusty.
Sorry.
What are you doing, bro? You're lucky I wasn't texting any girls. Coming up behind me like that.
I can't.
I was close. I was going to open a Snapchat, then I heard her crawling. I was like,
Hey, I'm gonna catch y'all at AM tomorrow for practice.
I want to see Pedigo's house.
Big up yourself.
I want to see, Pedigo got a nice house. Pedigo go to his house, his estate. Pedigo, Pedigo got a big, Pedigo, you go to his mansion at the end of the night, eat a big steak. I want to see Heath Pedigo's house. He had a nice place. Like, I can't be around those boys. Listen, he got to, Pedigo, take us to your house. Let's see what you got, bro.
What do you think you'd be doing if you never started doing jiu-jitsu? What do you think?
The me before probably would have killed myself.
Man, I probably would have stayed in the Marine Corps, stayed in the military, probably killed myself in mid-30s or something like that.
I actually struggle with depression and bipolar, so without jiu-jitsu to
guys, please get some mental health. Take care of your mental health too. I want to do maybe during the Houston live stream, Maryland live stream. That money go to the Masters program, but I think the Houston live stream, we got to do some mental health awareness or something. So that might be a good cause for us to donate towards.
regulate me and keep me grounded and focused, I would really struggle a lot more.
It's the only thing I've been able to do where I've been stable. I'm happy, I'm doing what I want to be doing every day, literally. I've already done, I think, what the point of life is.
I wanted to be that guy that could go out and talk to people. That was my dream. Just to have confidence in myself. This past 7 years, I've succeeded in that, and that's what matters to me. That was life-changing for me.
I've learned so much about life and being a better person, and I'm just happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
How does Heath support you guys here?
Me personally, he made me not a bitch.
Yeah.
Keith is the one that made me tough. To give me the never give up attitude.
Yeah. He just paid for my school in Alejandro. If I'm at school, I can't be here.
Jacob should have a hold of my pants.
Heath has been a significant influence in my mental development. It's like I went through my childhood development again, except I was 20. Heath has never asked me to pay a gym due. He's never asked for anything from me and Bert, ever. He just wants to
we saw it by Styler. We saw it.
Back into the gym, help the other guys.
We saw it. It's on the screen still.
Is the language
they do need God. Yeah, that's true.
The deaf can hear and the blind can see.
So they definitely need God. Yeah.
Keith. I don't think he gets anything from it except making everyone better around him.
Here's the thing, man. Kids. Everyone wants to help kids, and it's amazing. I'm a dad, but sometimes young adults are the one who need the most help. So I take a lot of these guys in, man. They're willing and they're wanting to just be a part of something, and knowing that I can help them, man. I work a complete extra job.
Let them finish.
To pay those bills to help them, and that's worth it to me because I know that it's helping them. And if they have their own gyms one day and they can help people, it just causes that ripple effect, and that's what I'm hoping that it does, and that's why I do it.
The Pedigo name that we've all established for ourselves is enough to move on to something else in the sport and make champions ourselves. That's what I want to do. I want to eventually open up my own school and do the same thing as Heath.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my dream is to try and win every PANS championship, every World's Championship at gi and no gi, and I think I can do it. But I also want this gym to take off, man. I think there's so much success that can come from this and help people's lives and help the sport.
I think I just want to live in the gym till I get cancer and die.
You never want to move out of the gym?
Wherever I live, I want to live in the gym.
Yeah. So if you won the lottery today, you're staying in Daisy Fresh and sleeping on the mat?
Daisy Fresh would be a much nicer building, and it might have a Panda Express attached, but I would still be living in the gym. Me and Bert, if we could compete every day, we could afford orange chicken once a week, we would be happy as fuck.
This is it. Just go out there and do what you do. I know you're tired as fuck. Once you get him in a bad position, he's done. That's that. You're the best, bro. Don't pressure yourself. It doesn't really matter to me what anybody thinks. The proof is in the results.
I might actually go sacrifice a small animal real quick to try to build my luck up.
All right, guys, that was it for that. We're still around though. We'll be watching the rest. Let me go back. There's more episodes, so we'll be watching the other episodes throughout the week. Fight Styling is correct. They need God. I mean, sometimes God puts you in those places, but I don't think God wants you to stay on the mat with staff. God don't want that for you. God wants you to be clean. God needs you to be clean, yeah. So we'll continue with episode 2 tomorrow. we like to stay clean on this live stream. We're gonna continue with episode 2 tomorrow. Let's see if there was anything else. We got a little bit of time. Europeans is going on. Chris Howder. I guess he's closing his gym. There's some other stuff going on too. Was there anything else I wanted to see? Let me see real fast. Someone had a question about BJJ coach pay structure. I've seen. Hello, Snap. What's up? Did you see the update? Where'd the update for me, bro? Okay, hello, Snap. Yeah, late start today, bro, but hope all is well for you. Someone asked, I've always been curious, how are coaches paid? Is it by the amount of classes they teach, amount of students in their classes, or is it a fixed amount? Well, that depends. That depends. I think for part-time instructors, it's based off how many classes they teach. Usually for full-time instructors, they get a salary. Oh, cow. No, you didn't sell my cow, did you? Don't tell me, don't sell that cow, LO Snap. You bought some cows? Can you buy some cows when we go to Houston? Not that I'll take care of the cow. I want to go to the cow. I want to go to the cow auction when we go to Houston. Just make sure you don't sell the cow, my cow. We got to eat that cow. There's different pay structures for it also depends on what level black belt you are. If you're a new black belt, you might have to negotiate some stuff. If you're a world champion or high level person, it might work out for you. He sent me a file. I don't know if I can open that up. Send it to me. It didn't. Send it to me on my phone, if you can. Yeah, it depends. Depends on the person. Yeah, you gotta negotiate. You jiu-jitsu people don't negotiate. Someone says, I teach fundamentals class once a week for my gym. I get paid by being allowed to train for free. Now, I hate teaching for free. Where am I at? Okay. I hate teaching for free. Please pay me. Please. I still getting issues. I still have issues with this. People be trying to make me teach for free. I'm like, hey, listen, I need to be paid. Or you know what? Don't let me teach. Don't ask me to teach, please. People still be trying to fleece my ass. I've been a black belt for over 10 years. They still be trying to fleece me. I'm like, come on, please pay me. Please give me money. I don't want no more free gear. I don't want no free gear. I don't need no. Please don't give me no free. Pay me. Give me some money. Pay me. I still got to deal with this. It's terrible over here. It's terrible over here. L Snap sent me. L Snap, no, is that my cow? L Snap, did you? No, L Snap done sold my cow. L Snap, I was supposed to eat that cow. Is that for my cow? L Snap, you weren't supposed to eat that cow till I got over there. That's my cow. We're supposed to eat that on the live stream. What was I saying? Yeah, please pay people. I'm open up in a second. I mean, you should pay people regardless. Now, some of these places, they be trying, they be making a killing too. Some of these places be making a killing. They don't. You gotta teach. Okay, but listen, they're like, okay, you teach a couple classes a week, and that covers your membership. But listen, what kind of membership? Listen, what if it costs more for you guys to pay me than the membership costs? Nah, man, we gotta eat him. He's still alive. We got save him for the live stream. Yeah, Elo Snap got respect for that cow. He's like, this is the first animal to ever hurt me. Elo Snap. He says he's honorable. He's an honorable cow. Allowed to train for free across all the arts we provide. We have BJJ, Krav Maga. Standard cost is like $120 a month, plus $60 for every other art you want to do. Pretty good deal to be able to do all and any of them for free, just for teaching 1 hour a week. So he's teaching 4 hours a week. And the math usually don't work out. Elo Snap say he still get paid at least $300 a week. Yeah, I mean, pay your coaches, people. They be wanting you to teach. Well, I don't want to teach for free, and I just don't feel good about it. But I understand some people will teach in exchange for a membership or something. Okay, but if it's a professional, if someone's like a high level person, you can't make them teach for free. That's insulting. So if anybody out there is trying to make me teach for free, please. I had some pushback on this before. I still get pushback on this when I'm like, hey man, I go to visit a place. I'm like, hey man, I don't want to teach anything. And they give me, I'm like, hey man, listen, please don't make me teach. Sometimes I just want to go to class. I might just pay a mat fee now. Can I just pay the mat fee? I might just pay mat fee from now on. Hey man, listen, I'll pay the membership, or I'll pay the mat fee. Don't force me to teach. And jiu-jitsu people work for free anyway. Let me stop. I plead the fifth. Someone says, very different from me. I voluntarily teach a class 3 times a week. The gym owner gives me the space to train, helps advertise the program, and lets me train for free during the other sessions. Pretty rad. Well, you guys like to teach for free. Go ahead. You guys do that. Says, I don't feel bad. I don't teach nothing for free now. If I'm rolling with somebody, that's a different story. Or if I'm in the mood to help somebody. Yeah. I just don't like being forced to do that stuff. Which still happens to me. I'm still dealing with this. And you know what? I had to have those uncomfortable conversations. I hate doing it. Hey, I want to get paid. Someone says, we waive the membership dues and pay per class. Everyone instructing at a for-profit school should have some sort of compensation. And I've had some places, they agree to a certain amount, and then they come back, hey, we're going to have to pay you half of that. I'm like, I can't, you won't see me no more. See ya. Nah, well, listen, I wouldn't invite nobody over without making sure they get some money. I'm not bringing nobody over and they not getting money. As simple as that. The last time I had somebody over, it was my homeboy Danny. I made sure Danny came through. I made sure, he taught a couple classes. I made sure he got paid, compensated some money. I forget the amount. And I made sure he had private lessons. I'm never going to invite somebody to where I train and they don't make no money. That ain't possible. How you going to come to somebody's school and you say you're a high level person, knowledgeable person, you got to make some money. You have to get some money, some pocket money or something. You leaving there with something. You can't come to my gym and not make it just can't happen. That's insult. It's insulting me. That's an insult to me if you don't make no money. Even if you taught a takedown class, you got to make some money. You have to. Now, some of these other places, they don't understand that. They don't understand how the game works. So They be over here trying to give you free gear. Man, that's not how the game works. And, you know, sometimes I got to hold my tongue. But listen, man, you got to. Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. But listen, people, they got to make some money, bro. In my head, I'm always like, if Hoffa Mendes was at your gym, would you be asking him for free? All this stuff for free? No, you're going to pay Hoffa Mendes. If Cobrinha's at your place, you go pay Cobrinha. If who else would be? If Gordon at your gym, you gonna pay for Gordon? Because I wouldn't charge you. Just let me see what the office looks like, man. You guys got LO Snap. LO Snap think we got money over there. Free membership. I don't know, man. Jiu-jitsu people. Money, people in jiu-jitsu weird with money. Have you guys noticed that? People in jiu-jitsu really weird with money usually. I try to be straight up with people. I try my best, and I'll tell you, a lot of people straight up with money. The smart people are gonna be straight up with money. Hey, here's the money. Here's what I'm gonna get you. Don't worry about it. Here's what we're gonna give you. Okay, what's your price? Okay. Here's what you asked for. We're gonna give that to you. But a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, they weird with money, bro. They be trying to undercut, and it's weird over here. Thank you, Fight Style. I appreciate you, brother. I should have told you to donate to the other thing, but we appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to donate, please hit the link in the description. We're raising money for the Streamathon. Otherwise, you know, it's okay. We appreciate it. I appreciate the money. I feel like everybody should be compensated for whatever job they do. If you're doing a service, providing a service for something, you should be compensated properly. Yeah. Some of these schools are bad with business though. They don't know what they're doing. Some of these schools bad with business, bro. They bad with money. Yeah, and they like that free labor. But listen, I'm gonna be honest. We got a nice gym. Don't bring up Dana White. We got a nice gym. You know, I like my gym. You know, that's why I don't want to go nowhere else, really. What was I about to say? Yeah, people should be compensated. The free tuition. Honestly, okay, say you have somebody covering classes at your gym. Yeah, you gotta pay LO Snap. He gotta get paid. But you know, say you have a coach at your gym. Okay, you know, you're exchanging the membership for them covering classes. Okay, I understand that. What do you think is going to motivate them more? Money or just covering the membership? I think a little bit of pocket money. You know, when you get a little bit of pocket money, you feel a little bit happier. You get a little pep in your step. A little pocket money. A little $50, $50, $100. Yeah. You're going to see some enthusiasm. You ever see somebody be tired and some money hit their account? You know what? I'm actually not depressed. Some of these guys depressed. It's not that they depressed. It's that they money low. A little bit of money. You know what? I'll stream for another. Listen, a little bit of money have you streaming for 5 to 10 hours. A little bit of money, yeah. So, you know, motivation. I mean, whatever motivates people. But yeah, I like people getting paid. Whenever I had people coming through for seminars or training trips, yeah, we always paid. We always made sure people had some money. You gotta give them some pocket money or something, bro. You don't want your coaches slaving for privates when they can make a bit more from teaching main classes. Yeah. And you want to make sure they get paid fairly for the main classes. You know, I told you the story. I was getting paid a decent amount, and then they came back. Hey, can we pay you less than that now? I know we paid you this money, but we're gonna have to pay you less money. I had to say, I'll see you guys. See you later. It's funny enough, you pay people well, they're gonna do a good job. Did you ever notice that? That's why Costco be doing so good. They pay their employees well. And this free membership shit, we gotta stop this free membership stuff. Have you going above and beyond for a free membership for your hobby? Same thing happened to my Brazilian BJJ coach from Ben Rothwell's gym. Slaving away for privates. Oh, because he wasn't making money teaching the main classes. Yeah. Most instructors be struggling. Not most. A lot of instructors are struggling, so that's why they always be depressed. But if they were making good money, the coach is making good money. Look at Marcelo Garcia. Yeah, PayPal. Oh, and the link only takes PayPal. It only takes PayPal? Well, that's the only way you can track, because we're tracking we're working this because this. Well, hey, who said use Streamlab? You and Mush Streamlab. Streamlab run off PayPal. But this is the same interface we're gonna use for the Maryland Streamathon when we raise money. It's gonna run off PayPal too, I think. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at Marcelo Garcia. He always got a smile on his face because the money's good. Look at the Mendez brothers. Look at Tainan. Where Tainan at? Look at Tainan. Where's the picture I used for the thumbnail? With the veneers. Where the veneer? Yeah, look at Tainan. That's the kind of smile you can have when you make a lot of money. We talked about Tainan earlier if you guys weren't here. Yeah, that's the smile. That's the smile when you got money. That's the smile you make. Says, man, Michigan takes care of you. 5-day seminar up there, man. I made $20K. God dang. That was good. That's good money. You taught one day? A wrestling clinic? LO Snap bringing in that money, bro. I just want people to get paid. Whatever they're doing, whatever you're doing, I want people to get paid. Well, I think that's it for today, man. We'll continue. Who was that? Uh-oh, get out of there, Alec. Get out of there. Get out of there. Who is that? We'll do some research later. Pause on me. Danny Chop, I tried to summon you, bro. Oh, they almost got you for jury duty? Danny Chop have been busy. Listen, we'll continue with the Pedigo submission, Pedigo fighting submission, whatever it's called. The Daisy Fresh documentary tomorrow. We'll continue. We watched episode 1 today. Where's my thing at? Uh-oh. We'll continue with episode 2 tomorrow. And we'll keep you guys up to date with everything else. I haven't seen anything with Isaac or Hey Sonny or whoever. What time is the thing? Well, we live stream Monday through Friday, Fight Styling. Usually around 11 or 12 East Coast time. Monday through Friday. So we'll be back tomorrow to finish episode 2. And let me see if there's any updates on Sonny. Let me see real fast. Perfect. Oh, y'all, it's getting late. Okay, yeah, we do different times. Let me pull this up real fast. We got Sonny over here in Iraq for some reason. Who knows why? This girl, she crazy.
That's how to cross the street, by the way. You just walk. There's no such a thing. Just like Brazil. I'm gonna have some fresh pineapple juice. If you know, you know. And that's it. This is beautiful, guys. It's so nice. Look, with a shisha section. I'm gonna have. We found it. This is the sweet I want. What is inside?
Just pistachio.
It's so delicious. No, it's pistachio and something sweet too.
No, just pistachio, milk,
wow.
and that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Why is it so good?
It's from the sky.
It's from the sky. Alhamdulillah.
Oh, shoot.
What is inside?
When do you guys do that? I might come through. I just want to come hang out. Live. I might live stream it. She got the OnlyFans. Yeah. Okay. She, you know what she did? She batched whenever she was in Thailand. She batched all the footage and stuff. So look, she over there making money and doing her thing. I mean, she need to go to her court case though. All right, guys, that's it. LO Snap, take care of yourself. LO Snap, send in the health update, the fitness update for us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish episode 2 of Daisy Fresh, and we'll keep going. Saturday, possibly watch party. We'll see. We'll see. You know, as much as I don't want to give Dana White money, we might have to start adding more watch parties and watch alongs too. Otherwise, that's it. Danny Choppa, stay out of trouble. Yeah, Friday's a little bit later. Monday, it is a little bit. Friday is later, but Monday through Thursday, about the same time period. Saturdays, whenever something cool comes up. So we'll keep you guys updated. I'm not sure if we're gonna watch Europeans. Maybe the finals. Ooh, we might just watch Euro final. Oh, that's gonna be on Sunday. I might be busy. Shoot. Oh, it's gonna be early. It's early. What's the time difference? 6 hours. We might watch it. We might watch the finals. We might have to watch the finals. Okay. So I might skip. Maybe I'll skip UFC and watch the finals for Europeans. So that's gonna be early. I'll let you guys know about that. All right, guys, that's it, man. Thank you for all the support. We got Danny Choppa, LO Snap, Fight Styling, and Mush was in here for a second. CP was in here for a second. So thank you, sir. I like having this to where you guys can jump in when you need to. If you want to jump in, if you just want to, if you just want to lurk, you can have it. You're not forced to be interacting. So go back to Brazil. Who? Me? You want her to go back to Brazil? She need to go back to Brazil. She definitely getting deported. That's why she don't want to go back to America right now. She need to. Isaac went back to Australia. She need to go back to Brazil. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Sonny, yeah, she definitely need to go back. LO Snap said he gonna transport her back.